Get the whole crew of the Joe Show tonight all night long. All night long. I'll save the singing. Unless you want that later on in the show. Because I got it in me. I was up late last night. Late. With Mark Dundero. I'm fully rested and ready to go here on a 4th in Friday. We'll certainly recap the Patriots win last night. Now 9-2 on the season. They've won 8 in a row after their victory over the Jets. We'll touch on a little bit of Celtics as well. The Bruins, their streak snapped last night. I have some baseball thoughts from the offseason as well. We're going to get into it all night long, but of course we'll be Patriots heavy after their victory last night. You can call in at 617-779-0985. We're on YouTube as well. What is up, YouTube fam? It's been a while since we've, Monday was a full show, but still, it just feels like there's been nonstop games the last couple of weeks. So it's good to get a full show in tonight here on a 4th and Friday. So again, the number 617-779-0985. A leadoff take is presented by Super Service Today. Winter's coming. Don't get caught in the cold. Super Service Today delivers New England's most complete home heating system health and safety check, catching problems before they catch you. Stay safe. Stay warm. Book now at superservicetoday.com. My leadoff take is this. I was wrong about Mike Vrabel. I was wrong about Josh McDaniels, and I was wrong about the Patriots win total this year. It went over the win total. They are now 9-2. They have the most wins in the NFL. So this is a time that if you would like to blah, I'm here for it. Because, last night after the game, you certainly wanted to tell me about it. We got calls all night long. Well, Joe, you were wrong. Hey, Joe, what do you think about Josh McDaniels now? So like, if you want to do it, tonight's the night to do your victory lap. Your victory lap. So I was wrong. I thought the Patriots have sucked the last couple of years. I thought they had no depth. And I was curious if Mike Vrabel at all could coach a young quarterback. Nobody in the league wanted Josh McDaniels, but the Patriots did. They're 9-2. They're a juggernaut. They're a tank. They're back. I don't want to look too far ahead, but every team that will come up on their schedule is beatable. I already said a couple of weeks ago that the team's probably going to win the AFC East. I have bets with I have a steak dinner with Dan Lifshatz about this. So, again, I've turned the corner on it. I've already taken my L's. So if you want to blame me, let's do it. Let's do it. But I do ask this, and this is the take. Stay in the moment, people. And maybe it's different for me because I've worked these games the last 5 years post-game, so like every single game when it ends, it's been miserable up until this season. I mean, last year was hard. It was hard. Gerard Mayo, they get the first win, and after the game, he's just like, well, I'm not in control of what happens between the lines. Or, hey, why wasn't he out there? Well, I can't really tell you about that. I had no clue where the direction of the New England Patriots was going. None. Zero. So, for me to think that they couldn't win 9 games this year, sorry. But you know what? I apologize, but I'm not sorry, damn it. Good for the Patriots and where they're at right now. To turn this thing over in a year, it's not about the schedule. It's not. They got a good group together, and it's Drake May's ascension. It's the coaching staff. They've brought value to coaching back to New England. If you look at every single assistant, they've all been head coaches in this league before. All of them. It's just a different bunch. Their mentality, their veterans that they have here, the rookies that are contributing. It's all just different. But I ask you to stay in the moment. This team's 9-2. The schedule is favorable, but I'm not looking ahead that far. I'm already worried about the Bengals. I'm already worried about them. I'm worried about Milton Williams' ankle. I'm curious when Kayshon Boutte comes back, is he the same guy? Ramondre Stevenson. What's going to happen to Travion Henderson, who scored 3 touchdowns last night? I'm trying to stay in the moment. The number one thing for the Patriots is the health of Drake May. That's the number one thing for the Pats. It's already a successful season. They have their coach. They have their quarterback of the future. And last night, they beat a team in the New York Jets that has to deal with that now for years to come. So I know the expectations are through the roof. Looking at last night's game, they left points on the field. It wasn't perfect, but they controlled the entire game. May threw for 280 yards. He probably should have thrown for 350. Right? He missed Mac Hollins on that deep ball, which was a great defensive play, by the way. But the poise that Drake May showed in the pocket last night, finding Stephon Diggs in zones, Diggs just another 100 yards, ho-hum. Mentioned Travion Henderson, who was lightly used all year, and they finally let him loose. I believe the quote before the game was, expect a big load. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, that wasn't my words. The cut he made on that touchdown and then drove it right through off tackle, barreled into the end zone with the line helping out, that was beautiful. So maybe they found their top running back. Maybe they have. Someone stole the job. I can be critical, right? Is that okay, everybody? Is it okay to be critical? I don't like the way the defense starts games, but at the same point, it's like, we got them right where they want them. It didn't matter. Yeah, they butchered the end of the first half. There was no double score. They missed the field goal. The Jets had stupid penalties. The Jets are going to have to deal with Drake May and Mike Vrabel for years to come. And it sounds like they really wanted Mike Vrabel when he was available. And he went to the Patriots because of Drake May. And I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was doing postgame, but Skaz did update me that there was a giant glazing going on over Mike Vrabel after the game last night. So we'll get a little more on that. But I just tell you, stay in the moment. Last night, it's how many games, but people coming home last night. Hey, Joe, how many games do you think they can win, man? And you were wrong about the bets. Yep. I was wrong about the Patriots. I was wrong. Wrong. But if I may, tell me somebody that thought this team could win 13 games. For real. I dare. No, I don't want a fan to call. Nope. They're doing things nobody saw coming. No one saw it this quick. Nobody did. Nobody. So I'll take your blah. I'll do it tonight. You were wrong, Joe. Oh, you went under 8.5. Oh, my God. People were even questioning my analysis, even my weight for that matter, for making this such a terrible call on a win total of under 8.5. No one expected this, guys. This is something special. This was the worst team in football last year. They should have had the number one pick. They should have. They went from literally the worst team in football to the best team in football through 11 weeks. Nobody saw this coming. So I'll take your blah, but at the same time, can you be honest that we're seeing something that really has only been done a handful of times in history? I'll give you those numbers of teams that have actually had 9 wins through their first 11 games. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if I told you some of them went and won Super Bowls, would you believe me? I'll also tell you that the Patriots have done this multiple times in history as well. Patriots, 9-2, have won 8 in a row. They're off this Sunday. They'll take on Cincinnati next week. They'll get another primetime game. They'll get their bye week. They'll take on Buffalo. They'll go on the road to Baltimore, and they'll finish it off with the Jets and Dolphins again. Now we're going to be looking ahead to seeding. All I'm telling you is I'd really look ahead to right now, and I'd look ahead to the Bengals. I still think that there's issues each week, but they somehow bail themselves out of it. And when I say bail themselves out of it, they can have multiple turnovers, lose the turnover battle, all that, give up points on the opening possession, and still steamroll. I said last week the Super Bowl was the ceiling. Right now, my expectation is they win the AFC East and are the top seed in the AFC. Because the schedule is so easy, right? You all thought this was going to happen. Feel free to call in at 617-779-0985. We'll get into the game. It was very positive. Play with their food might be the word. I don't know. Remember when the Celtics would play with their food, Skaz, and everybody was pissed? But yet the Patriots do it, and it's whee! Oh, well. We're here all night. Pats are 9-2, everybody. So you should celebrate because it sucked for a really long time here. We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on The Sports Hub.
Facelift, I believe.
Little Facelift is correct.
Which is like way back, like Man in the Box. That album.
Chris Berman way back.
That's way back. Oh, a Troop. Oh, I texted him recently. I got to hear from him. Half our interns have already worked for him anyways. Hey, guys, we're back here on the night show. 617-779-0985. Guys, the Patriots are a wagon. They're a wagon. Like, what? They give up opening drive touchdowns, and then they just come back and beat you. They missed. I mean, they didn't score on the final drive of the first half of the double score, which I did not like that. Can I be critical? Is it okay if I'm critical of that? Can I also say that some of the mistakes that they made last night, they can't do against better teams? But again, is that me talking about the schedule? Or is that just me, I don't know, things that they need to work on as the season goes along and, you might play playoff teams that are pretty good. I don't know. I thought the teams in the playoffs are usually good, right, Skaz?
Usually. Sometimes, not so much.
And I do think that the Patriots can beat anybody in the league. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know.
But they have a chance.
They absolutely. Skaz, please, as somebody who worked with me all summer long and with Gerard Mayo last year, I plead to you, sir. No one saw this coming, right?
Certainly not me. The season's a success, Joe. It's already a success. That's playoff talk time. It's seeding time. The schedule is what the schedule is. They've played the schedule. Don't really care about the schedule anymore. You're going to have a Bengals team with Joe Burrow, possibly a Ravens team with Lamar Jackson. Like, they're going to have some tough games. They could still get popped, a couple times this year, but they are a playoff team, and I think that's where the conversation is kind of headed, or should be headed.
Yeah, like Milton Williams, for example, hurts his ankle. Came back, but then they were like, dude, shut it down.
Yeah, mini bye, shut him down.
He's been awesome.
Great.
They actually gave up over 60 yards, but it was to a quarterback, though. Does that count?
I'm sure, but it depends on how you want to use the stat. But yes, it counts.
Because it's the most yards they've given up to a runner this year. But I blame Milton Williams not being in there or missing some time. But, I want to be critical about how they handle the first half because how about don't do it again?
Yeah, I think if you want to be critical of anything from last night, it's end of half, and then what does Borregales look like in a close game, in a playoff game?
Weather?
Yeah, the weather as well. Weather? He's been very good since the first week or first couple weeks. But yeah, I think those are legitimate question marks. But that's what happens when you're talking about a playoff team is the kicker and end of half stuff like that. That's where the Patriots are right now.
What about the rookie safety that on a one-on-one just slips all the time?
Yeah, you maybe get him some new cleats and get him some new spikes or something.
Filter.
Yeah.
Okay. Besides that, though, they just,
they're good.
Drake May just converts every third down.
Travion Henderson is great.
Remember when we used to say, hey, let Travion Henderson play?
I got a couple of texts last night saying, why wasn't this guy running the ball more early in the season?
I was trying yesterday because when he scored his second touchdown, I called him Henderson. Nobody liked it. No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody liked it.
Can't imagine the Jeremy Conley was too thrilled with that one.
Again, I'm in the back room here watching the game, and I'm just, thinking of things. And then when he scored 3 touchdowns, I went, oh, Trey, huh? Henderson? it was one of those nights, guess. I will say this, though. He looked powerful. Explosive. The cut, though. I don't know if you saw it. He took the handoff, cut, boom.
Protecting that football, too.
And he held it. That's right. That was good. I thought Will Campbell at times running the football was elite, great. I'm somewhere between elite and great.
Very good.
And they challenged him. The only time that they truly gave up a real sack last night was on a blitz, but there was defensive holding. So, it didn't count. That was really the only time May took a clean shot all night long. But the one guy that I think really is standing out to me, and it's not about time or anything like that, teams are now playing a zone against Drake May. They don't want Drake May one-on-one because he'll find the matchup. Like he understands the blitz, he understands the one-on matchups. So now they're playing a zone because they are worried about his running ability. And in comes Stephon Diggs, who might not be blowing people away with his speed, but he just sees the zone, knows how to sit in the zone, knows the play, and just gets open constantly. He's not doing anything shifty. He's just a veteran that understands the zone and who's looking for him. Drake May. They tried the deep ball once to Kyle Williams, which was a bad throw. Plus, it was in the double coverage. Should have been picked. But the one to Mac Hollins, beautiful ball, beautiful throw. Great defensive play. Great defensive play. And then in the second half, a bunch of guys stood out to me that were good, especially defensively. But I do want to stay in the moment a little bit here. I know the Bengals defense stinks. Trust me, I know that. But they can put up points. We haven't seen the trap game yet. I still think the Saints game was the trap game. They somehow got out of that one. And I thought the Jets were scrappy because they hung around. They really did. But the Patriots had complete control of that game last night. I really do think it's imperative for them to get rested. Then you get your next couple of games. Then a bye. Should I remind people that the Giants also beat the Eagles this year? Does that even matter? I don't even know. I'm taking it 1 week at a time. I know Skaz mentioned seeding and things of that degree. This is a playoff team, but I still think there's games in front of them that can be tests and that they can get better every week. Because you know what? They are getting better every week. Your thoughts, 617-779-0985. Let's go to the phones here. Let's start off. Who's been here long? Well, how about Evan? He's in Needham. What's up, Evan?
Hey, Joe. I just wanted to say, with all due respect to Buffalo and all due respect to Tampa Bay with all their injuries, I think this Bengals team might be one of the highest flying, most dynamic passing offenses that the Patriots might face this year. And I'm kind of worried if they have that same defensive play on the first drive, they might go down one score. This might turn into a coin flip if this ends up being a major marathon or a big shootout. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so that's my whole thing. The Bengals defense is horrible. Really bad. Like, I think we all knew that going into the season. But it's even worse. And, yes, I think that they can go drive for drive with the Patriots offensively. Is it going to, ruin their season if they ended up losing to the Bengals? No. All I'm trying to say is that it's still like a challenge. I think it's going to be Joe Flacco. They're projecting Burrow to be ready the week after, and I think maybe I should look at the schedule. They, I guess, are technically still in it, right? They're still in it. I know that the Steelers lost again. So if they can beat the Steelers this week and then have the Patriots, they're still in it. They're still in it. But 3-7, Pat should take care of business. And the thought of Joe Burrow, maybe they'd have to rush him back. But Burrow's now coming back against that Pats defense. Still a challenge, if you ask me. We got Jeremy in Worcester. What's up, Jeremy?
Hey, how you doing, Joe, man? Thank you for taking my call. And you're spot on with your opening take, I believe. So my question was, and I was Googling this before I actually called you. I called the previous show, but I didn't get on. Anyhow, it more so of Drake May. Wasn't there talk, in his rookie season where he either, something about a playbook or, he wasn't, he was kind of calling stuff off cuff? He wasn't actually, he wasn't at the level he was supposed to be when it came to the educational portions of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what they've done is whatever Drake May's seeing, he has adjusted well. But I think they were trying a certain offense, and they kind of scrapped it. And now it's more of a downfield throwing offense that keeps things over the middle on crosses.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, after the second week, I seen his accuracy on the deep ball, and I remember texting my step pops, and I was like, I've never seen a guy this accurate, consistently.
Jeremy, I never have either, and I'll be honest with you, the one guy in the pocket that was so elusive to me that really stood out was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, when he was in his heyday, had some of the best footwork I've ever seen on a quarterback. Now, I'm not talking about guys who are fast or shifty or any of that. The footwork that was put in by Aaron Rodgers is outstanding, and that's why he kept plays alive and was great. But Drake May sits in the pocket, and I almost wonder if it's that video game stuff, Skaz. Remember they had all that esports stuff there? I wonder if you can't teach that movement with the arms in the football. He just somehow shimmies away from a sack, then under, and how does he do that? It's kind of like if you're shadow boxing. How does he get under all that stuff? Only thing I can think of is E60 games. Is he working on that? Is he seeing defenses and rushes? It's some of the best maneuvering I've seen. So is his deep ball elite? Yes. What I'm more impressed with is his poise and movement in the pocket. He keeps plays alive. He's getting out of sack situations and then has a dump off. He did the old Tim Tebow pass yesterday. He's doing things I've never seen from a quarterback before. Ever. I'm not over-exaggerating either. The way he maneuvers, oh my God. He's done it multiple weeks now. Remember last week he got out of 2 sack situations, somehow avoided it, and still threw it a dagger right over the middle. How does he do it? I don't know. By the way, when Drake May was in college, he did things like this all the time. It was just always said he can't do that at the next level. He's even better now. And he reads defenses so well. He knows how to relax and wait for the zone. But I do think Stephon Diggs helps that. I do think that having Matt Collins as an ultimate pro on the outside really does help that. And he's been checking down a little bit more to the running back. I think it's a good thing. Let's talk to Barry. He's in L.A. What's up, Barry?
Hey, Joe. How you doing, my friend?
How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing great. Watching that game last night, I've been a Pats fan. I used to work for the Patriots back in the Dick McPherson year. So you know what I'm going through. This is fun. You were so right. And I'm going to underline that because everybody's going to say, hey, Joe, you're full of it, 8.5 under. No one saw this coming. This is a very fun, exciting football team. But I agree with you. We have to stay in the moment because this league is bizarre. It changes too much too quickly.
You're right. I'm trying to stay in the moment, man.
Stay in the moment because...
Well, I'll just say this. Dude, Drake May goes down this thing. Oh, what is this thing now? What is this now if Drake May goes down?
Oh, we're screwed.
Oh, thank you. That's why I'm in the moment, baby. I'm trying to think of it. Is there a song out there, Skaz? From this moment. Oh, what about Hanging by a Moment? I'm hanging by a moment here with you.
Joe just goes, is that grunge music?
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, Patriots winners last night. 27-14 they covered. Back, everybody. Come back. I know. It was good stuff back in 2000. I know. I remember. I was there. I was not at the Pats game last night, though. I was here at this radio station all night long. It was a very long night. And I felt as though the Patriots probably could have scored 50 points. They covered, so this isn't me complaining. I think the Pats could have scored 50 last night. So what was the final score again last night? They won 27. So if they kicked the field goal that they missed, that would have been 30. Then they played with their food a little bit. By the way, I don't want to watch Justin Fields play football anymore. He needs to go to the CFL. I actually don't even know if he could throw in the CFL. I don't want to watch him anymore. I had to watch him on a 9:30 game one day. He can't throw. I'm out. I don't know what Aaron Glenn's doing. This is what I mean about the Jets. Like, it must suck to be a Jets fan today. Like, your team, you have no quarterback. You traded your best players. You got a guy that's the coach that's, I don't know what the hell's going on there. Like, you're wasting still a couple of other good, talented people. You traded for a Donnie Mitchell, and he can't even catch the damn ball. And now the Patriots are good. They're the best team in football, and you stink again. You stink. You have no coach, and you have no quarterback, and it's going to be like this for a long time again. Like, you guys might as well just go to bed. Shut the season off. I don't feel bad for you at all, Jets fans, by the way. Nope. But hey, you know, you drafted Zach Wilson. You couldn't do anything with it. You had Sam Darnold. Remember him? It's not like you didn't try. You just suck. And you know what, another thing about Justin Fields? How about when you catch a snap, right? You hold the ball, and then when it goes on the ground, don't try to pick it up with one hand. What an idiot. Sorry. That was a 14-7 game. Oh, was it 14-17? Whatever it was. 14-7. Yeah. I didn't like what happened at the end of the half. The team's been so aggressive. They have 3 timeouts. Little handoffs to train. What the hell is that? See, this is where I don't like Josh McDaniels. But how can I be critical of Josh McDaniels when they have 9 wins and their quarterback throws for 280 yards? I hated that. It wasn't aggressive. It was so conservative. It's something they haven't been. It's frustrating. All right, you guys want to talk? No, I'll just let you. Sam's in Cambridge. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's feeling like 01. It's feeling like 01, Joe.
Yep, see?
It's feeling like 01, let me tell you. All right, so here's my take. I said I was from Cambridge. I'm actually Southie. I was at the Druid earlier in Cambridge. But I'll tell you what.
Why would you do that?
Say that again?
Why would you say that you're in you live in Cambridge, but you're from Southie?
Well, I was currently in Cambridge when I called in.
Got it.
But I was at the Druid. You know the Druid?
Yeah, duh.
Good spot. Anyways, Gronk gets honored last night, right? You know, whole big hoopla. You know, we love Gronk. I'll tell you what, this guy Hunter Henry, he's pretty nasty himself, and the level of leadership, the level of security blanket. I think people aren't talking enough about Hunter Henry being a true kind of patriot. Like, he is a guy for the future.
Really?
Maybe he's a little old. I think he's something special. I think he is. All right, I'll hang up the message.
Okay. How do I answer that one? I think he's a quality tight end in the league. He's very good in the red zone. He's a security blanket for Drake May. Is he trying to compare him to Rob Gronkowski?
I don't think he was going quite that far.
Oh, okay. Hunter Henry's a fine tight end in the NFL.
Above average.
Absolutely. He's a captain, reliable, right? Good teammate. stays on the field, right? He's had injury concerns in the past, but this year he's been out there. And last night they had one tight end. They played Ben Brown. Do you see that? Do you know
Westover got a
remember?
guy.
Do you know the bet Jeremy Conley and I have? So he thinks that Tonga is going to have a touchdown this year.
I think a lot of people feel that way from what I've seen.
So my bet is that they're gonna do the old okey doke, and Will Campbell is gonna be the unbalanced guy, and he's gonna get. So I have Will Campbell. He has Tonga. Now, granted, the odds are in his favor, right? And it's for a calzone. Because, he loves to eat a calzone during the games.
Who doesn't?
What's Joe all pissed about?
He wants in on a calzone bet.
Well, Joe, all right, Joe. What do you want to bet? Hey, Joe, I bet you can't listen to 3 grunge albums over the weekend and have a full report.
He's learning about grunge right now. He's sitting next to me going, a lot of these songs sound exactly the same as his first
Oh,
inkling.
They do, huh? What songs have you heard?
He was just listening to Plush.
Oh,
by STP. He's going through. We're educating him tonight. He's learning a lot, learning the board and grunge music.
Yeah. So the only thing is, I don't know if STP's considered. It might be.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't know, Jim.
Yeah, that's.
Because they're great. STP's great. I don't even know if I'd call it alternative. I don't know. Now I got to think about it. Brian, he's in Taunton. What's up, Brian?
Hey, Joe, Skaz. What's up?
What's up?
Dude, hey, wouldn't Gronk be good in a video game?
Yeah.
Just running over people?
Yeah, I used to play with him in a video game.
And another thing about the grunge thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is grunge, but you know that song "Sorry"? If Drake May Ever Went Down by I think it's Tesla. Sorry you're gone, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, I think is it an emo song or is it grunge?
I'm not sure if it's grunge or not, but it's like from the 2000s.
All right. Hey, Brian, you sound like you had a late night last night.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Did you watch that Gronk show at halftime?
I did not because I worked the game here at the station.
I thought you get the TVs there and everything. You can watch it.
I did not have access to it. What? Tell me about it. What did you do?
He freaking celebrated with Pat the Patriot.
Oh, yeah?
Fucking knocked him down. Yeah, they celebrated. It was freaking, he was having a good time.
Yeah. All right, Brian. Well, you know what? I think your night's still continuing, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I cut him off because I knew those friggins were going.
You were playing with fire there, Joe.
I felt it. I actually felt the, Oh, by the way. Can I you know what? I'll save it for musings. I'm going to save this one.
Are you saving it?
I got to save it. I got to save it.
You know what you would have been if that call kept going, Joe?
No.
I guess that is what the Patriots would be without Drake May, though. I can co-sign that.
Out. Oh, yeah. Mike's in Providence. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, 100% that song is not grunge. Also, I'll give that guy some credit. If you had Rob Gronkowski in Tecmo Bowl, similar to Bo Jackson, he would just mow people down. But my call was on grunge. It's the scene in Ted when him and Mark Wahlberg are partying with Flash Gordon and they're doing the karaoke.
Yep.
And it's like every grunge song is just, hey, how are you? Right? Like that's all it is, right?
That's
all
right.
The same. It's fantastic.
Yep. Thanks, man. Oh, yeah, that was really Hootie, right? Because Hootie's not grunge.
No, certainly not.
No, but there was like some Pearl Jam. When I first heard Pearl Jam, he'd be like, and I'm like, what is he saying? And again, Alice in Chains was my favorite band. And I think that Lane, he might have needed dentures because he grinded his teeth so bad that I couldn't understand what he was saying either. And then Kurt Cobain, yeah, I actually, there was a lot of stuff that I had to look up what he was saying. One baby to another says. I just had to look everything up. Anyways. Neil is in Chicago. What's up, Neil?
How you doing, Joe?
All right.
That's good. Just a quick thought here. I don't think anyone's really given credit to Gerard Mayo for letting Drake May sit behind that Arizona legend, Jacoby Brissett, for a couple of games last year, because I think he really got to learn a good bit behind him, and that's really activated him this year. Let me know what you think. Thanks, Joe.
I am not going to credit Gerard Mayo for not playing the best person. But it did protect him, though. I also think, and I was pretty, at the time, I was very big on he didn't need to play to get better. But when he played, wasn't he pretty good? His problem was that he was, this gunslinger that would throw into deep coverage and would just kind of, somebody's out there. And that was his problem. Now he actually knows the defenses. So I will not give Gerard Mayo credit. No. Nope. No. Matt is in Norwood. Matt.
Hey, Joe, I disagree with your take about the end of the half. The only chance the Jets have is if you gift wrap them a turnover, right? You play the possession game. You don't need to cover. You don't need to put up 50 points, right? You win the ball game.
Okay, but that's not what the style has been, though, Matt.
It's a style for this week. It's this week only.
Would you say that they have more often than not been aggressive compared to conservative?
Yes, but that doesn't. If you're playing the worst team in football, you don't need to hand them anything.
Well, you missed a field goal.
Okay,
you failed.
But no,
they failed.
That didn't matter.
They failed.
It didn't matter.
Oh no! It could have mattered against a better team, though.
That's fine.
Do you see that?
But we're not playing
it's okay if you disagree with me. All I'm trying to say is, can I be critical or no? Should I just let's just play the highlights, baby.
Hey, there's plenty to be critical of. I'm with you. I like your takes. Besides that, I just think in that moment it was a smart decision.
It's okay. No, listen. There's no really right or wrong because it didn't hurt him, right? But all I'm saying is that they've been they went for it on 4th down last week on the goal line. Yet now they're doing handoffs and calling timeouts. It's just different.
You don't need to put anything else on tape. You're gonna beat the Jets.
Okay, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. We're not going to show our opponents what we have up our sleeve, especially against the crappy Jets. State 98, right? Oh, he might be. Dude, he might be an STP. What about Wicked Garden by Stone Temple Pilots?
I'm sorry, Joe. What was the name of that?
Wicked Garden. I'll run through your wicked garden. I don't know. What could be a good... We need to change this thing. I wonder what Bon Jovi... how he negotiated that deal.
Him and Belichick out to dinner, probably.
Yeah, but Belichick's... See ya. Is Jovi still with Kraft at times?
I feel like I've seen Jovi this year. Maybe not.
The Jove gotta go.
Little Christopher Walken sneaking in there.
And the whole Jove got to go. No walking for me. Even though Skaz does a good Christopher Walken.
It's too early for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're late now.
And we're back, Joe. We're fully back.
We're late.
Just like the Patriots, we're back.
We're late again. All right. Well, there was a lot of love for Mike Vrabel last night. What's this story? And, it feels like old times. Oh, yeah, people are now sending me tweets. Oh, I was talking about living in the time. Somebody sent me Kenny G The Moment. And then Whitney Houston's One Moment in Time. Simple Plan also got sent to me. And I don't want to listen to them. All right, we got to go to break. I'm Joe Martin. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Hi, it's Matthew Slater. Every great project starts with the right partner, and Boston's best contractors know that means Charles D. Sheehy. Dependable, innovative, and committed to quality, CDS keeps every job moving in the right direction with precision and pride. See the difference at cdsi.com.
This winter, paradise in the Caribbean is closer than you think. Anguilair, operated by Bermudair, the only nonstop flight connecting Boston to Anguilla, is your shortcut to sunshine. Fares from $179 one way at flyanguilair.com. From Boston to Barefoot Bliss, only with Anguilair.
Other stores make you wait, but at Best Ford, Black Friday savings are going on now. You'll save thousands with interest rates starting at only 0% APR for 60 months on our most popular Fords. Plus, drive home a new 2025 Bronco Sport for only $199, and we'll give you up to $2,500 over Kelly Blue Book on your trade. The best will sell first, so first shop the best at thebestford.com. Go to www.bestford.com/special event disclosures for full details.
If you're searching for a great deal on Nexen winter tires, stop searching, because Town Fair Tire has the best deal. The guaranteed lowest price, combined with more free services for life than any other tire dealer. Yes, that's right. You get both. The guaranteed lowest price on Nexen tires, plus the most free services for the life of your Nexen winter tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, it's Felger here with an important message for homeowners. If you're wondering if now is the right time to refinance your mortgage, Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank, is here to help. Whether you plan to take cash out or refinance to a shorter loan term, CSB can help you understand your options. And with their competitive rates, you may be surprised at how much you could save. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/mortgage. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID number 543370.
Hey, you could win a brand new high-efficiency gas furnace free from Rodenheiser Home Services. If your furnace is 10 years or older, go to Rodenheiser.com/5 free furnaces, no purchase necessary rules online.
Have you tried Good Stuff Smokehouse, New England's premier #1 barbecue destination? Well, I can tell you their barbecue is the best in the state, but now they've also added a brewery. In addition to their 150 whiskey and homemade sodas, come down to Good Stuff Smokehouse and try not only the best barbecue in the state, but their unrivaled beverage list. GoodStuffSmokehouse.com.
There is nothing like the feeling of coming home to yourself after a struggle with cancer. For nearly 80 years, Dana-Farber has given people their life back. Because nothing is as effective against cancer as discovery after discovery after discovery. Dana-Farber is Boston's cancer specialist. We can help you come home again. Learn more at danafarber.org/specialist.
Roof leaking, siding worn, or looking tired? No problem. Use the experts at GF Sprague. New England has trusted GF Sprague for over 50 years. They've helped thousands of homeowners protect what matters most with roofing and siding that's built to last. Their team gets the job done right the first time with craftsmanship you can count on and a forever warranty to back it up. No shortcuts, no stress, just lasting peace of mind. Your home deserves the best, and so do you. Visit gfsprague.com today to protect your home this season.
It's construction reduction time.
Yes, it is. Hi, Kimberly Bayer from Commonwealth Motors, and we are building an all-new state-of-the-art Kia facility, and we are super excited.
We need room, so it's construction reduction time at Commonwealth. We need to get these vehicles out of here.
That's right. Construction reduction clearance prices on every Chevy, Kia.
energy drinks.
Patriots have won 8 in a row. They're now 9-2 after their 27-14 win over the Jets. Travion Henderson, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. He's had 5 touchdowns in the last 5 days. Stephon Diggs, 9 catches, 100 yards. He's also a daddy. Now the Patriots will take on the Bengals a week from Sunday. The Bengals, take on the Steelers this Sunday. Bruins, they had their 7-game winning streak snapped after a 5-3 loss to Ottawa. They'll take on Montreal Saturday night in Canada. Headlines, they are brought to you by Super Service Today. Winter's coming. Don't get caught in the cold. Book your home heating system health and safety check with Super Service Today. They offer New England's most comprehensive heating system safety check. Schedule now at superservicetoday.com. Super Service Today. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update in 30 minutes.
Azaka got knocked down. Here's McAvoy bringing back out toward the blue line. 10 seconds to go. McAvoy down the right circle. Trying to get it in front. Hubble, they score! Pavel Zacha with the game winner. And the Bruins win it in overtime 3-2.
Every Bruins game on 98.5 The Sports Hub and the Sports Hub app.
I want to talk more about the sustainability because you talked about these young guys getting first and all these things and how patient you've been, but you're also out there first encouraging them. You're out there first to shake their hands and say congratulations after the game is done. You have built something, and has that been your focus, the sustainability of this? Like, this is foundationally built the right way.
Well, we wanted to put a program around these players. You know what I mean? I came here because of the familiarity. I came here because of Drake. I knew what he would be, and it was important for me to come here, and that's so I wanted to coach. And so building a program is about that. It's about putting great people around your really good players, and that's what Drake is for us, and we have a lot of those guys, and Diggs has come in and been fun. I mean, it has been a blast, and so I've enjoyed coaching all these guys, and they like playing together.
I did post-game last night. We were waiting for Vrabel forever. But I forgot that he was on the Amazon thing, and him and Drake May. But there was the story about Mike Vrabel potentially a candidate for the New York Jets. When I first saw it, I went, yeah, why would Mike Vrabel go to the Jets? But could he have control? Could he pick his next quarterback? Can he choose the roster? There's a lot there. Plus, it's New York. Plus, I don't know, didn't he always have a thing against, well, I shouldn't say a thing against Belichick and the Patriots, but that would have been bad for the Pats. Mike Vrabel twice a year as a member of the Jets against your whatever you found? Man. And I don't want to call it a glazing, but it is easy for Vrabel to say, I didn't choose the Jets because of Drake May. It's easy. And duh, right? Duh. I want to play for Drake May too. I want to play with him. I want to coach him. Who do the Jets have? Who did the Jets have at the time? I actually don't even know. So that's the other thing is if I'm Mike Vrabel, I'm going to use the Jets to maybe have Robert Kraft say, hey, Mr. Kraft, New York's offering me $5 million a year. Call it 6 and we're in, baby. Easy enough for me. You know why? Because let's be honest here. Gerard Mayo got fired before I even got done with my first break in postgame last year at the final game of the year. He was out. Not only did he blow the first overall pick, they wanted Mike Vrabel. Vrabel was their guy. There was nobody else. I wanted the young minds, right? I could give you all the tight pants, khaki-wearing guys, all of them. But no, Mike Vrabel was the right guy. I didn't think it would work. It did. It is. Nobody wanted to hire Josh McDaniels. Nobody. That's a fact. No one. But it was Robert Kraft who said, nah, he's going to be your guy. You're going to have to work with him. It's working. It's working. The roster was really bad. The way that they've drafted, etc. Now that's changed. This year's rookie class has really made an impact. It really has. They've gotten rid of their dead weight. They've gotten rid of it. It's almost amazing the type of turnaround. I know there's a lot of comparisons to maybe what Washington did a year ago. Washington went to the NFC Championship game. Is that bad, Scaz, by the way? Oh, comparing it to the Washington team from last year? They went to the NFC Championship. They lost to the eventual Super Bowl winner. I know in hindsight, quarterback gets hurt, team changes, right? But they've kept their coach and offensive coordinator intact. They added big veterans, Jonathan Jones, Dietrich Wise. There's a regression, though. When your quarterback's not there, that's what the team looks like. And that's the reason for the difference. Now, do I think that Mike Vrabel has brought a culture and people believe in him and actually wanted to probably take a chance on Stephon Diggs? I do. Do I think that he's allowed veterans to still run the locker room? Yes. That was one of the big things from last week. It was cold outside. Nope. The guys were like, they were offered to practice inside. The veteran said nope. Just like yesterday, Morgan Moses, after the game, he was a little sore. He was in the room already getting maintenance work. Already. That was the talk after the game last night. Robert Spillane was talking about how, yep, we're going to be here all week long getting ready. These guys are locked in. They know that the preparation that goes into this, it's working. You didn't see that with previous teams. And it's quite funny because Mike Vrabel says it himself. He doesn't have to tell these guys this. They're just doing it on their own. He doesn't need to give you the speech to fire everybody up. Jackson is in New Hampshire. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Joe. Yeah, I was a little frustrated at the end of the first half when they wasted all that time. They didn't even try a pass, you know? I thought they should have attacked big time.
Yes, they should have.
You know?
Yeah, man. So you're not impressed?
I think if they were playing a better team, they might have, you know, who knows, might have lost. But so what do you think of Mad Season, Joe?
Oh, well, Mad Season was a super band led by
super grunge.
Yes, and led by Mike McCready of Pearl Jam. It was Lane Staley's pet project. My favorite song on the Above album is Long Gone Day, which, if I may just, because I don't like Godsmack. I hate Godsmack. The reason why I hate Godsmack is because the name Godsmack is an Alice in Chains song. And the sun that they use on their album was actually drawn by Lane Staley. So if you listen to the song Long Gone Day and then go listen to the song Voodoo, tell me what it sounds like, please.
Yeah, right.
Long Gone Day. But I love...
Of course, Soundgarden. Soundgarden was a super grunge.
And then Soundgarden and Temple of the Dog, right?
Yeah.
Get a little... I'm in on the supergroups. By the way, and I'm not going to do this tonight, but the best supergroup of all time, the Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah, well, you weren't grunge, though.
I know. Yeah, I would say, Mad Season or Temple of the Dog, huh?
Yeah, Temple of the Dog, yeah, definitely.
Now, can I kind of throw in, what about Velvet Revolver?
Oh, yeah, I like them. What about the Gin Blossoms?
What about them?
You like them? No.
Did I like them? Yeah, they're fine. But I mean,
are they grunge? I don't know.
No. The Gin Blossoms, dude?
Well, you know, what about Everclear?
No, but I loved that era, though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I would buy you a garden where your flowers can bloom. And I would buy you a new car, perfect, shiny, and new.
Yeah. No, I like that band. I love them. And Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah. They're great. And they're no longer together.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
He couldn't stay away from them.
Yeah. No, none of them could. Oh, we lost them. None of them could. All right, this guy says he wants to argue with me. Andrew, hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, you make New York out to be like this ideal place to go. I'm 42. I don't ever want to go into Boston ever again. Like, I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to take the T, the train. Like, this isn't a destination for these guys. They want a nice house in the suburbs. Like, can you expound on that?
Well, we're the same age, Andrew. You from Attleboro?
No, I grew up in Bristol, Connecticut.
Okay, so you're from Connecticut. You live in Attleboro. You don't want to go to New York or Boston.
I mean, I've been there and I've lived there.
Wait,
like I'm done with it.
You want to argue with me about what, though? It said you wanted to argue.
I don't want to argue. I'm just tell me why you would want to live.
You're just a man calling into the show saying, why would I want to live in Boston? Well, I grew up in Boston, and I have to come here because this is where I'm from. But I go to New York because, well, isn't that the big city, right? I got to go to Rockefeller Center, right? I got to do all that crap. There's great food out there, though.
Yeah, so I knew you were going to say that. You love the food. Okay, so we can go eat, right? But, oh, my God, living in that place, especially when you're a head coach, no, my God. Unless you got helicopters busting you in left and right, like, it's crazy.
Yeah, Andrew, the city I hung up on him.
Is he aware that they don't play in New York City? Do you think he's aware of that?
I think he's got a problem at home and he's taking it out on me.
Is he aware that the New York Jets play in East Rutherford, New Jersey, and that most players and coaches do live in the suburbs outside of there? And New York is still the biggest market in the United States, so I'm not really sure where he was going with that call. And zeros all around, I'd say. No, they don't play in downtown New York. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but it's East Rutherford, New Jersey is where the stadium is at.
I didn't really understand that one. I'm not going to think about it, but I'm trying to. I feel like he's got something going on at home, and he's going to have to go to either New York or Boston and has to make a decision. Yet he's from Bristol.
That's a place I wouldn't want to go.
When you suck and live in Connecticut like that, it's like a Sophie's choice of disaster. Which way am I going? Boston and New York. Hey, we're going to talk to Mike Kadlick. He loves pizza, and I do too. We'll talk about football and pizza next.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
All right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. I see you guys all lined up on the phone lines. Everyone's back. This is like sports radio of the 2000s. Mike Kadlick, he is from CLNS, Sports Illustrated. I haven't talked to him in a bit. We haven't had full shows either. What's up, Mike? How we doing?
What's up, Joe? Did I just hear you complaining about getting calls where you and Chris Carroll used to call into the radio to try and get some content going, and now the Patriots are back and the phone lines are filled, and you don't want to take them? What's up with that? Come on.
No, I think you are mistaken. Okay. I love the calls, is what I mean by it.
Good. Okay.
So, Mike, you'll appreciate this. So we have intern River here. He's from Vermont.
What's up, River?
And we have Street Team Joe here. And
oh, my guy.
So yes, your guy. And so they go, hey, we're going to order food. What do you want? And they came up with a bunch of suggestions. And I go, what about pizza? And I don't know why.
Obviously.
They were coming on. So we called our buddy Tim over at Burnt Edges. We have 4 pizzas in the works, and they're going to be delivered here. I put the order in just before I talked to you.
What kind of pizzas did you go with?
Well, we asked for a chicken and waffle, a Roni.
Oh, okay.
Whoa,
baby. I am a chicken and waffle guy. A chicken and waffle pizza sounds absolutely phenomenal. I am jealous.
Now, just so you know, this is a thin crust. So it's a bar style, like a like bar pizza.
Sure. Okay.
So I know a guy. If when you want to take the ride out here.
Oh, you got a guy. Okay. All right.
I do. I always have a guy. You know that.
I know you do. I know.
But yes, we have a Parmageddon, which is basically the Armageddon version of chicken parm. We went with a Roni, a buffalo, and a barbecue.
Okay. What is this place called?
It's called Burnt Edges. It's at the Moose Hall in Waltham.
Okay, I might have to give this a go. Parmageddon and chicken and waffles, that's outstanding. I just picked up a chicken bacon ranch pizza about half hour ago down in the old Norwood Pizzeria Bruno's. I had a couple slices before coming on, but I've saved the rest for after once my weekend truly starts. So it is Pizza Friday. I'm glad you guys went that route for the food order.
Okay, I don't know where River's going. I told him. I tell him. He's never mind. How you doing? How was the game last night? What'd you think?
It was good. It was I thought that going into it, there was obviously a lot of buzz. Thursday night game, prime time, standalone. Patriots feel like they're back on a winning streak. The new uniforms, the uniforms with the nor'easters. There was a little bit of a drizzle in the air, a little chill, so it all worked out. And I thought, overall for what the circumstances were on a short week, having had played, now their 11th game in a row, really being virtually nonstop since training camp. I thought that was, not exactly what you'd expect. I thought, they could have maybe beat them by a little bit more, but it's still, 13-point game. They were in control the entire time. I thought, like you said, Joe, we haven't talked in, probably a little over a month here. I thought Drake May continued his MVP push, and they took care of business, beating a division opponent in the Jets on a short week, and now they get a little bit of a mini bye here that gets them rested up and ready for the stretch run. So overall, again, maybe could have expected a little bit more, but I thought, a win's a win in the NFL, and they took care of business for sure.
All right, well, if you want to hear it, I'm going to tell you. I'll take the L on the under 8.5 wins.
Okay.
I'll take the L on Mike Vrabel, the head coach.
Okay.
And I will take the L on Josh McDaniels.
Say it.
I did.
Josh, say it louder. I was quiet.
I'll take the L on Josh McDaniels.
Thank you. There we go. I'm glad you said it. And obviously I kid, and we're going back and forth about Josh, but because that was kind of our thing over the summer and into the beginning of the season, where we talked after week one, and it looked like Drake wasn't very comfortable, and then they kind of changed things up a little bit. But I thought really my main takeaway from last night's game was just how in control of Josh's offense Drake May was, where he didn't look rattled at all. And that's been the most of the year, but it stood out to me last night where you look at like some other quarterbacks across the league, Caleb Williams, for example, where, they're 6-3. He's got an offensive guru in his ear in Ben Johnson. But there are times where that offense, A, looks stagnant, but B, they're kind of, they're draining the play clock. They get down to the last second, and either the quarterback's rushed or they have to take a stupid timeout or they don't get in the right look they want for the defense. And watching Drake May last night, it just felt like he was back there, calm, cool, collected, making checks, making his alerts, understanding the protection in front of him, and making the right read play after play after play and knowing exactly really what they were expecting from that defense. And I do think that's a testament to Josh McDaniels. I think I look at, I was at the game watching it, but then also listening into the Amazon Prime broadcast, and Kirk Herbstreit said that he spoke with Josh McDaniels this week, and McDaniels told him that they haven't, I think they eased him into a little bit, but now where things stand, he has, he has the range. He makes the checks. He makes the mic alerts. He gets them in the right spot. And hearing that and then seeing what he was doing on the field, play in and play out, I thought that was the most impressive part. And again, like I said, we joke about, giving you crap about being on Josh McDaniels, but I really think he has been arguably the most integral part of what has been Drake May's development and the reason why the Patriots are sitting at 9-2 right now and the offense looks as good as it does.
Well, we can do that one another day. I do think, though, that Vrabel has allowed Drake May to be Drake May. But I will say this.
Sure.
I will say this. The fingerprints from some of the plays are clearly on Josh McDaniels. The old seam tight end play. Remember the Hunter Henry closeout play? That was
the play action down the seam.
Yeah, and just the one on, remember the fourth down they went for it for the game winner?
Oh, yep. Last week or a couple weeks ago.
There was one in the red zone too that I'll maybe the Stephon Diggs one. Maybe the one against the Tampa Bay on the pick route where they got him. That was play calling 101 right there. Yeah. That was McDaniels. All right, man. Well, anything else? I don't love what they did before the half, and I don't like giving up points. Really. I don't like giving up points in every drive. Well, 11 drives, but it's kind of like they get them what they want them, kind of thing. So they can't do it against. They can't do that in the playoffs, I guess is what I would say.
No, I'm with you there, and I think that again, really how they played New York overall defense or pass defense versus their offense was. Frankly, they're lucky they got the Jets in this matchup where, it's not a great football team. They do look like a mess. They still let up the first drive touchdown, and they let Justin Fields kind of run all over them, and they had a hard time containing them. So if it were any other club coming in here on a Thursday night, they might have had a harder time. But I also think it's a good test. It gets some film out there for this defense against the mobile quarterback. When you do have to play Lamar Jackson in a couple weeks and you do have to play Josh Allen, not only later on this year, but also, twice a year for the next couple or forever really. And then maybe match up with a guy like him or even a Patrick Mahomes who isn't as mobile, but we know in crunch time makes plays with his legs, especially in the postseason. So the first drive stuff definitely has to get cleaned up. But at the same time, that's sort of the MO right now across the league. I know that Benjamin Solak from ESPN tweeted a stat a couple weeks ago that, if you feel like opening drives and scripted drive scores are up, it's because they are. And there is a certain stat, I don't know it off the top of my head, that teams are getting in the end zone early in the game and then sort of fizzling out towards the end. So it does give them a sense of what teams want to run against them. Obviously, the Jets were able to, pound the rock against them early. They stifled it a little bit later on, aside from the quarterback runs the Patriots did. So I do think it's a good blueprint for how they can potentially, again, they only scored 14 points. So it's a good blueprint for how they want to attack mobile quarterbacks moving forward. They can kind of, fix up the rough edges as things go, especially now sitting on a short week, getting ready for Cincinnati. But it does make you wonder a little bit just how they've had trouble against mobile quarterbacks the last couple of years. So To see it again is not surprising, but they definitely need to clean that up if they want to go on a little run here.
All right, Mike. I don't really have much else to add, but do you want to take some calls with me?
Sure, let's do it. What do we got?
All right, let's start with Eric and Lowell. Hi, Eric. Hey, Eric, you're on the air.
Eric.
No, this is sad.
This is why we don't take calls.
All right, no. I was trying something new. How about Jameson and
taking
Weymouth?
calls with the guest?
What about Jameson?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing tonight?
How you doing?
Good.
Wonderful, man. Hey, did anybody else catch Sosi doing the Key and Peele during the broadcast? He called the guy from the Jets Malachi instead of Malachi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm surprised Zoe didn't pick up on it. I'm like, that's straight Key and Peele. How did he get away with that?
Oh, well, I love Key and Peele because they from Dedham.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we probably got to be a little careful on some of those names. I think.
Sure.
But no, I missed.
And Drake May is 500 now for his career record.
Oh, he is.
Because he was 2-9 when he came in, and that was my gripe on him was that he didn't have the record and he wasn't proving much that first year. But now he is 500 because he's 9-2.
That's right. All right, Jameson. All right. Well, let's take one more, Mike, while I'm with you.
Sure. What do we got?
Murph is at the Kowloon. What's up, Murph?
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Dude, Joe, I've been listening to you for years, buddy.
Yeah.
And you've been talking about the Kowloon crew.
Yeah.
And I am now sitting at the Kowloon. I'm staring at a menu, and I have no idea what to get.
Okay.
I need some tips, buddy.
All right, go with. I like.
Listen up, boys.
I'd go. Wow.
I do like to draw it up.
Hey, Mike. What do you? All right, this isn't working out.
No, it's very loud.
This isn't working out.
Very loud.
All right, you ready? Go with the house fried rice. Get a poo-poo platter with teriyaki, right? Get an order of saugus wings, an order of tangerine beef, and an order of General Gao chicken. And tell them Joey Murr sent you.
Tell them Joey Murr sent you. That's going to get you the place for free. Andy Wong will hook it up big time if you tell them Murray sent you.
All they want, nope. They'll just appreciate. They'll appreciate the gratification. What are you doing right now? It sounds very loud.
Me? Well, now that I don't have my computer set up because that messed up, I am walking around my apartment. I was putting my Ethernet cable back because my Wi-Fi didn't work. So, but it wasn't nearly as noisy as the guy from the Kowloon. Now, was it?
No. It's always loud at the Kowloon.
I will say though, yeah. Joe, I am not a Chinese food guy. Actually, surprisingly.
What do you like? Thai food? Do you like what? Do you like noodles?
No, I'm not. I'm very basic. I don't have a. I mean, I'm an American comfort food guy. So burgers, chicken, steak, fries, pizza, bacon and eggs. You know, I don't wander off beyond that really. To be honest.
Hey, Mike, this kid went to college with you. His name is Tyler from Kingston. Tyler,
what are we?
Yo, Mike.
What's up?
This is Tyler Golden.
Oh, Tyler, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Mike, I've been listening to the show for the last year or two. I can get into a lot of things, but when I heard your name, I was like, "Are you effing kidding me?"
No.
I'm like, he was one of, like, you know, when you go to college, you got 100 people on the roster, right? So I'm like,
oh yeah,
Mike Kadlick was one of my
alumni. Tyler Golden here.
That's right. I was the kick returner for the first whatever. But you, man, I'm so proud of you, bro. Like, I see you in Sports Illustrated. You're living life, bro. I'm so happy for you. I could not believe to hear the name. And then I looked up your Twitter, and you said you're going to be on the Sports Hub. I was like, what the F? That's
there we go,
bro.
Appreciate that, Tyler. Thank you.
Hey, Tyler, you got a scouting report on Mike Kadlick?
Yeah, he was a lefty quarterback. He fucking
dummy up.
Oh, drop him. Oh no, Golden.
See, this is what
Mike.
There's a theme on the show whenever I ask a follow-up question. people just they just get too comfortable, I guess is the word I would say.
Yeah, I can see that. But
so you were a lefty quarterback, huh?
Lefty quarterback. That was what I was. Tyler played at Worcester State with me. Western Mass kid, very, very fast. I remember that very well about Tyler Golden.
Kick returner.
Yeah, kick returner. We played together for a couple of years over for the Lancers. Came in the same freshman class. So shout out Ty Golden.
All right, dude. Well, what else is new? Anything else going on?
What did you think about the Pats game last night, Joe? Where are you as far as this Patriots team? Are they contenders? Are they pretenders? Is May the MVP? Do you have any gripes about it? What's the status here on the Joe Murray show?
Joe Murray feels as though they can beat any team in the league.
Okay.
But I also feel that if they turn the ball over and struggle, they can be beaten by any team in the league.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I look at it and there's not many questions about this team. Like, they had the game-winning drive against Buffalo. They've played a couple tight games. They've come through in the end. They've played blowouts. But the one thing we haven't really seen is, like, backs against the wall, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter, like just need a score, need a stop, need a score type thing. And, not that I don't think they can't do that, but, you look at the Tom Brady's of the world where they were never out of it until they were out of it. And, I guess we haven't seen that necessarily with the Patriots. But besides that, I'm with you. I mean, week after week, I'm like, are they really a Super Bowl contender? There's no way. They were, the roster was depleted last year. How much did they really put into it? Is Mike Vrabel really the guy? Blah, blah, blah. And then, week after week, they keep proving us wrong, and they keep, going out there and playing solid football. So at this point, I think they can beat anyone. I do wonder when their next loss will be because they have been rolling. Baltimore's tough, Buffalo's tough, but besides that, they should really, they should finish this thing pretty strong here and set themselves up for the 1 seed in the AFC or the AFC playoff picture.
Yep, I agree with you, my man. All right, dude.
Were you at the game last night?
No, I work here till 3 a.m. with Mark Dondero.
Oh, duh, you did post game. I forgot. So, did you? Were you in the spray zone?
I was not.
Okay.
You heard about that?
I did. I heard about it. I saw it. I worked with Marky Mark across the street for a couple of years.
How'd that go?
Did a couple shows with him. I always liked him. He's good people. Mark. He actually, my first radio show ever was hosted by Mark Dondero. So got a special place in my heart for Mark.
Well, I'm going to tell him that.
Yeah, go for it.
Did you know he went to Zavarian?
I did. Baseball player.
That's right. Played at Bryant.
Yeah. Yes, that is right.
He gets really intense.
He does. And that's what made my first show a lot easier because, I had never done a 4-hour radio show. I didn't know how the breaks worked and blah, blah, blah. It was a Saturday in the fall time. And he made it easy because, like you said, he gets very intense. He can lead the conversation. He can tee you up for things. He can go on his own tangent. So, no, like I said, got a soft spot in my heart for Dondero and what he's done in the radio biz. So,
wow, look at you!
I'll give him the pass for the splash zone.
Okay, look at you giving a scouting report, huh?
Not bad, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, can you stop with the lettuce on the pizza? Can we why?
Nah, the chicken Caesar salad pizza is legit, Joe. I will say, when you guys get this pizza for tonight, I need to see this chicken and waffle pizza. I absolutely need to.
I will send you photos and post it. I'll
post it.
I'll intimately send you photos and then I'll post it on Twitter.
Yeah, of course. I need both, please.
All right. He's Mike Kadlick, everybody. CLNS. I see him on there all the time, and he writes for Sports Illustrated, and he played with a kid named Tyler at Worcester State.
Yes, I did. Joe, thanks for having me.
Nice,
appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you soon.
We'll catch
Later,
up
guys.
soon. Later, man.
All righty.
Bye. Oh, there we go. His phone sucked. I just didn't want to tell him that. And the poor guy from Kowloon sitting there with a menu, and I couldn't even hear him. But, Skaz, I told you I like to always try some things every once in a while. You know what I mean? I don't know where it came from to just try it now. I don't know. I don't know what made me just, hey, you know what? Why don't we just take 1 million calls with Mike Kadlick on the line? But, I think it went all right. I think.
I mean, that's one man's perspective. I'll say that. I'm trying to pinpoint exactly what happened there.
The F word, definitely.
That was to be expected. That didn't surprise me in the least.
That didn't surprise. Like, what about the guy sitting at a Kowloon with the menu?
Guys, quiet down. I got Joe Murray on the phone. They're trying to get his order here.
Oh, was that a walk-in?
No walking there. That was just a guy at Calhoun. Calhoun, I believe he called it. Cole Calhoun.
Guys, I got Joe.
That's literally what happened. You couldn't script it. He's sitting in a booth at Calhoun yelling at his buddies so that he can get a recommendation from Joe. It certainly is a full show. It certainly is a Friday night. It feels good to be back, Joe.
We're back. The Pats are back?
Pats are back.
We're back.
The Joe Show is back.
All right. Well, we have pizza in the way. I was told I'll get a text when it's ready.
Yeah, River would have been waiting in the parking lot by now.
River would have been on Trapello Road.
It's like the road runner getting out of here.
He was. He didn't even wait. You know what's the funniest thing about this, just real quick? I said on the air, hey, we're going to find out. We're going to get pizza, and then we're going to know. And he's just gone.
He heard pizza, Joe.
He just was gone.
It's a man after your own heart.
I was like, you should come back, and also you should listen to the show. Love you, River. All right. We got to go. I'm Joe. Bye.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots win. I'm reading the chat right now. Wayno, he's in there. He talked about stuffed peppers at the firehouse. Melted cheese on top, beef ones with ground turkey, chickpea salad on the side, out. Cherry tomatoes, out. But he did make his own dressing. Last night, I'm here at the station, and a buddy of mine, Steve Goldberg. Shout out to Steve Goldberg. Skaz met him. How's your meat? I had brisket, ribs, Jamaican chicken wings, and I couldn't eat the pastrami sandwiches, so I had one this morning. But it was awesome. And if you are in the Boston area near Dedham, West Roxbury, go tell Steve I sent you and try How's Your Meat. It's really good barbecue. Really, really good. And it got me through the night, I will say, Skaz. Normally I eat like that and I'm nappy time. Still waiting on our pizza, guys. It's in the oven from what I gather. Tim's in Medfa. Hey, Tim.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Hey, you know.
Good. Cool. Just want to let you know, just a quick thing. What's really nice about this run for a guy who's cared about the Patriots for watching back in the days they played in Harvard Stadium, old guy. I care about other games now. You know, last 4 years, who cares what happens in the rest of the NFL? Has no impact on the Patriots. Now it's like, hey, you know, what are these teams? They got a chance to go big here. We want to see some other teams lose. So I'm kind of really enjoying that element. You know, I know we got a lot of football left to play, but boy, it's been really exciting.
You know what's funny, Tim, for me? I've worked a really bad Patriots team the last couple of years, right? So for me, I've been so interested in the rest of the league. This year, I've been so interested in the Patriots. I feel like the rest of the league, there's no, like, I don't know what team to kind of hang on to. Like, you know who I'm really behind? Seattle. And I don't want to be a bandwagon guy, but they've drafted so well, and now they have a quarterback and their coach is this, like, young mind. Like, Seattle could be back just like the Patriots could be back.
Well, and absolutely, and that's why I can watch other games now because, like, you know, normally I wouldn't care. Well, last several years I didn't care because it didn't impact the Patriots, and now it impacts the Patriots. But, yeah, we got a lot to go here, and I know you got the guys want to chat.
Just real quick, Seahawks-Rams this week. That's a good one at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. No, there are lots of good ones. You know, we got to watch Buffalo. We got to watch Kansas City. We got to watch Colts.
Tim, are you from Medford?
In this area, yeah.
All right. Is it true that Demet's Donuts is gone?
Let me think. I drive down there fairly quickly and on a regular basis, and I haven't stopped for a while. Okay. But I'm telling you, I can smell donuts when I'm driving down.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, believe it or not, I worked at a car dealer right over there, and that's actually that's actually the place in the area where they make Dunkin' Donuts all day, and then maybe
that's why I'm smelling it. But I've been to Demet's.
Yes.
You know, great. Hey, the one I did want to say to you, vis-a-vis, you know, going to places to eat, is D'Agostino's in Arlington Heights and Winchester.
Yeah, I love the one
in
Winchester.
Been to either?
Yeah, the one.
And Arlington Heights is the same. I mean, they make so many subs, you know, cold subs. Wouldn't get a hot sub there, but their cold subs are phenomenal.
Absolutely.
You know, because everything's fresh. Everything's fresh all the time.
Do you think it's better than Bob's Deli?
You're talking the one in Medford there, the Italian Bob's?
Yes.
Well, it's a different place. I'm telling you, you know.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to hang up on you. But it's like I asked a man his thoughts on a local sub shop. And he basically went to, well, we're talking about two different places. Yes, we are. Yes. Duh. In or out, bro? Oh, wait, is that what we have? In or out? In or out? In or out? Are you in or out? What's it going to be, McFly? We'll tell you next here on the Sports Hub.
What's it going to be, McFly, are you in or out?
You're listening to Joe. You're listening to Joe Murray on 90. It's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Paisley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots have won 8 in a row. They're now 9-2 after their 27-14 win over the Jets. They'll have the weekend off. Back next week, they'll take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals will play the Steelers this weekend. Bruins, they're in Montreal tomorrow night. Their 7-game winning streak snapped as well. And Bill Belichick says, although he loves the New York Giants and their family, he is not going to take any coaching opportunities. Headlines, they are brought to you by... Who are you brought to you by? Ooh, Celsius Energy Drinks. Refresh your energy with zero sugar essential vitamins and proven ingredients. I am drinking the Cosmic Vibe Sparkling Fruit Punch. And I'm Joe Murray.
Boston's best sports talk. There's an app for that. Download the Sports Hub app for loads of stuff. Absolutely free. Connect with the shows, get podcasts, and more. Get it where you get your apps. Or at 985sportshub.com.
Are you in or out? Gotta know without a doubt. I'm the one you need for a dirty deed. I'm the best. Success is guaranteed.
You liking all my stuff.
Yeah, you do have some good TikToks.
You send me stuff.
I do send you stuff.
I'm not a TikToker.
Yeah.
But I'm on TikTok.
I sent you a kicking and screaming
I
video
saw that.
not too long ago to justify my top 5.
Yeah.
I'm in on Vine.
Vine, though,
Yeah.
top 5 app back in the day.
Absolutely.
Next.
Zootopia 2 is on the way, and we learned this week that Roman Reigns and CM Punk will star as zebra buddy cops in Zootopia 2. Are we in or out on Roman Reigns and CM Punk as zebra buddy cops?
Fine. In, because I'll support it. I'm not going to watch.
Zootopia is a good movie, Joe.
Oh, it is?
I would legit good movie.
Never heard of it.
I've also never heard of Zootopia.
Come on, guys, come on.
I used to drink Fruitopia.
I mean, it's definitely geared for a younger audience, but it's a fine movie.
You never drank Fruitopia?
No.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh, my God. I'm old.
You just said you were young, Joe.
Well, I am young. Actually, in my high school, we had a Fruitopia machine. It was a Coca-Cola product. You guys ever have like a Minute Maid lemonade and like a bottle?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, it was like the Coca-Cola version of that.
So
and it had fruit.
It's extinct
but
now?
It probably wasn't real fruit by any means.
So like a high C?
But of fruit.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's gone now.
It's gone. I think. Next.
Street Team Joe, you're a big horror movie guy, right?
Oh, no, I don't like horror movies, guys.
Well, a new one is on its way. Betty Boop is getting her own horror movie, simply titled Boop. A team of horror podcast investigators break into an abandoned theater to discover the hauntings of the starlet once known as Betty Boop. A simple investigation turns into a horrific bloodbath. Gentlemen, are we in or out on a Betty Boop horror movie?
Well, she is, I guess, she kind of is like the opposite of Jessica Rabbit.
Please elaborate on that.
Never mind. Betty Boop, out. I don't want to watch horror Betty Boop.
I think I'm in. Skaz, do we have, we got to play that clip again of that ghost that was on.
No.
Oh, boy, yeah. We ruffled some feathers with that one.
Since then, I've really kind of been out in horror movies.
TikTok has a crazy, like, paranormal.
Oh, if you get that on your algorithm.
No, yeah, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. I don't want to
Don't do it. And I hope they're not listening, because I feel like
they listen.
They're
Up.
listening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking like ghost story or just anything?
Dude, I told you I love electronical voice phenomenon.
You do? So that's your TikTok algorithm right now?
No, I like somebody goes to an old school and then all of a sudden there's like a ghost kid. Yes, exactly, Skaz. Woo-hoo! And it's like someone's, and then on the chalkboard's writing something, and you're like, what the hell's going on right now?
I'm in, but I'd be scared. We should do a
Ghost Hunters.
A Joe
go down to the Dever
Ghost
down in Taunton
Hunters.
there.
Imagine if we did a Ghost Hunters.
We could call it Joe Hunters.
Joe Hunters.
That sounds like you two are being hunted.
Do you think you'd be favorable with the spirits? Like, I don't know if they'd like me.
They're gonna like. I don't like cats, right? It's not because I don't like cats. I don't like cats because they're smart, and they they're gonna create my death someday, or get me in a trap. And I fidget a lot too, so they think I'm they attack me.
Yeah.
So I just feel like a ghost would play me like a cat, but it would be invisible.
Joe, in how many situations are you fidgeting that leads to a cat attack?
I had bad cat experiences. I like cats, but I don't like when they screw with me.
All right, Joe. Well, you did mention Jessica Rabbit in that last segment.
Yes.
A Jessica Rabbit movie is in the works.
Get out of here!
Jessica Rabbit movie
God!
in the works. Are we in or out? And Street Team Joe, are you aware of who Jessica Rabbit is?
No clue who she is.
You've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No.
Oh, well,
is she
Jessica
good
Rabbit
She is a cartoon beauty.
very impressionable to a young James Scaramuzino back in the day.
Like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, but without it. More of a sensual dressed women, a cartoon woman.
Very cartoon.
With a very shaped well. Shaped
a
very
well-shaped cartoon.
Yes.
Well drawn.
Yes.
I've never. And when did this come out? I've never heard of this at all.
You never. You're old. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You never saw that?
Came out in 1988.
1988.
Christopher Lloyd.
I wasn't even born yet, Skaz.
Yeah, neither was I. Robert Zemeckis,
But we all know who Jessica Rabbit is.
Very aware.
You should get on that one, Joe.
I still have grunge music to.
He's still catching up. Our friends over at Apple have unveiled a new iPhone Pocket described as a piece of cloth. The short strap version costs a whopping $149.95, while the long strap variant goes for $230. Gentlemen, are we in or out on the iPhone Pocket?
I would need to see what it looks like.
It's in Slack if you need a picture.
All right. So, an iPhone Pocket?
It basically looks like a sling almost that you put over your arm, and the iPhone's just in a sleeve. It's one of the most useful products I've ever seen.
Oh! I hate this. Imagine having a satchel for your phone. Ow! No! I'm really serious about this one.
How noticeable is it, Skaz?
Joe,
if we're out to dinner, could Joe see it?
It's in Slack.
Do you have your phone with you right now?
No, I left it in the
Oh my
room.
God! It's also $250 out. I'll make you a scarf that you can wrap your phone in. Way cheaper than that.
All right, I'm out then.
No, okay, Joe. You ever see a butler? He holds a waiter, and he puts the little thing, and he walks like this.
Yeah, that's what.
How does he walk?
That's the satchel, and it's out.
I don't see the need of it per se.
You keep your phone in your pocket, right?
Yes.
Your pocket.
Yes. I don't.
Why do you need a satchel?
Maybe if you're exercising.
No. It's gonna wiggle around.
A lot of runners I know have the armbands.
So what? Put it in an armband then.
Yeah.
This is a satchel armband. Next.
Gentlemen, are you familiar with Labubu's?
Yes.
A Labubu movie is now in the works at Sony. Gentlemen, are we in or out on a movie about Labubus?
Does nothing for me. Out.
I'm also out, Skaz.
I
don't know
what
Labubus are either.
By the way, Carrie Ann in Seattle says that we should call Jessica Rabbit voluptuous.
I think that's an apt term. Hard to argue.
She said it. I didn't.
Yeah, that's cosign.
I cosign.
Jason Momoa will star in a new biker gang series titled Nomad for Apple TV. The series is co-created by Sons of Anarchy creator Kurt Sutter.
Sutter, yes.
Follows a warrior between two lives in the violent underworld of New Zealand's outlaw bikers. Are we in or out on a Jason Momoa biker series?
I'm in on this because I think he can be sold as a tough guy biker. Also, I loved Sons of Anarchy, and the character that was Jax Teller, I forget his name now. He was
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam. He went on to be really good, and I don't want to say it's a step back. It's a different approach for Jason Momoa, right? So I honestly think him being on, and Kurt Sutter, you want to talk about taking risks. You ever see The Shield? Other shows like that, he'll take a risk, and I'm sure if Momo is in on this, they're going to be doing some things that are going to make some headlines.
I'm also in on it, Skaz.
All right, gentlemen, to Chick-fil-A. For one of our easiest ins of all time, I have to imagine, but our friends at Chick-fil-A are testing out chicken and waffle sandwiches in San Antonio and Baltimore starting in December. It is your traditional chicken sandwich with waffles for buns. Gentlemen, are we in or out?
In. But real quick, Joe, do you like waffles or no?
I love waffles.
So you're in on this.
We also just ordered chicken and waffle pizza.
That's right. You're in on this, though,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
Let's double down on this. Let's go another layer of this in or out.
Okay.
What about a vending machine? Chick-fil-A.
And how in that vending machine, I'm assuming, would keep the food warm and fresh?
Let's just hypothetically say you slide your card and it comes out as a chicken and waffle sandwich.
100% in. You can charge me $15 if I would buy that sandwich.
Okay.
Is there maple syrup with it?
I don't know, Joe.
Can I get a side?
But what else would you eat out of a vending machine, like food-wise?
The better question here might be, what would you not eat out of a vending machine?
A taco.
No, yeah, too messy.
Slice of pizza.
What?
You wouldn't eat pizza?
I would love a slice of pizza out of a machine.
But I have to worry about, the mold. It's probably getting moldy in that machine.
What?
Cheese is out all day.
Tacos, though, but what if it was a wrapped burrito that they heated up? I think I'd do that.
We would need a pretty advanced machine, though.
I already
right?
get a 7-Eleven one. Like, why? I'm risking my life already.
That keeps it nice and warm, though, on those spinners.
What would? Oh, a tuna sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't eat a tuna sandwich. Out. I love tuna, but I'm not eating it.
I'm just thinking if, Market Basket had one. How much
Market Basket
things-
had a vending machine of just their, honey stung wings.
Yeah.
I know we got Greeny coming up in a minute. I'm sorry, Greeny. But imagine just an 8-pack, eight honey stung wings just heated up and dropped.
That'd be fantastic.
Maybe
Where would these machines be, though?
Right here. Right there.
Right there. They would make so much money off the night show.
Actually, they should put it in the hallway.
Did you bring dinner in? No, I'm getting the vending machine tonight.
We used to have the Beetle and Hardy Snack Center
That's right.
back in the day. and
a snack center.
Yeah, they would bring
they funded it.
We'd leave money.
Yeah, we'd leave some money.
Yeah.
Probably
What?
paid me and
Where would the
McCarthy
snacks
for a
be?
while.
Over there in the kitchen?
This was in Dorchester.
Dorchester.
Yeah.
What an era in
It
there.
was great.
We have to go. Is there one more, though?
Are you familiar with the old toy Viewmaster? You would look in the little scopes and
Oh,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
They're making a Viewmaster movie, in or out. Feels kind of useless to me.
About the Viewmaster?
I believe so.
Those things were huge in the 80s.
They were huge.
I had a little fake one, but you could still see photos of it, though.
I don't think I've ever used one.
Well, you're out.
So I'm out by default.
Hey, we're going to talk basketball next with Dan Greenberg, also known as StoolGreenie. Next here on the Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
right, back here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Taking a Patriots breather for a Celtics takes. And he's been chirping me. Not in a respectful way. His name is Dan Greenberg from StoolGreenie, and he joins us here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Hello, Dan. How are you, sir?
Joe, I just have to ask, is the blood pressure starting to come down? I'm concerned for you. I was on this very show and told you what type of season we were about to endure. And so I see you, and I see you going through it. So I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
I'm doing good. So, that's funny is that's the conversation I had with Skaz off the air. I said, look at this guy who told me that it means nothing all year, chirping me about Celtics takes. Now, I will say this. I am not, dude, I'm sure you listen to the shows and you're like, wow, these guys are still talking about the 3-point shot. So, we can agree. I can agree with you at least. It's not about the 3-point shot with this season. So I'll agree with that. Well, we agree on that. But, here's my take, though. All right, so since you said it doesn't matter, right? Do you think that Joe Mazzulla is giving special treatment to his guys? And when I say his guys he's coached before this season. For example, Simons doesn't get late action. Jordan Walsh is now starting over Minot. Do you think that he's favoring his guys over maybe some of the newer guys?
Well, I think, again, you always have to remember the baseline of this is a season of experimentation, and that means lineups. That means situational rotations. That might mean certain guys starting on certain nights. We're all in this weird sort of vortex of uncertainty where we're just trying to see what sticks. And so it doesn't surprise me that in certain situations you may see Joe go with the core that we're all familiar with to close games. It also wouldn't surprise me if we see, him play offense, defense with Simons and Pritchard like we saw the other night. Jordan Walsh, I feel like, has earned his rotation minutes, his opportunity to start, the same way that Josh Minot did in his first opportunity to begin the season. So I think we always have to remember we're just trying to see signs for the future, and that might give us decisions and lineup choices that don't make sense and may not work, but are worth trying in this sort of weird limbo season.
All right, Greeny. I guess we should talk about Jordan Walsh. It's, I'm fine with him being a starter. Do I think he's a starter in the league? No, but he is getting better. I've seen the progression here. Is this a showcase, or is this someone that they want to get right, that they drafted, that they think is a part of the future when they do get Jason Tatum back?
I think it's all of the above, right? He has a team option for next year. And I think when we're talking about the Minots and the Walshes, you have to remember, this isn't, is Jordan Walsh a starter? It's, can he be a rotation piece for when you are building your championship roster? So they look at him and they say, okay, he's super active defensively. He's guarding all types of positions at an elite level in this small sample. His shooting looks okay. He looks more comfortable. But if that helps you sweeten the deal next summer as a throw-in for a bigger move, then you would do it. If that option isn't there and he proves to be a 20, 25-minute backup wing for you when your roster gets expensive again, that's also good. If you then learn that you have to cut bait because this is just like a flash in the pan and he shouldn't be part of your future, then you just decline his team option. So it's a fluid season, and I think everything is on the table with everyone on the roster outside of the championship core.
How do you feel about Peyton Pritchard as the starter? He got going the other night. It looked really good. The assists have been really good as a starter, but do you think his rebounding and, I guess, more consistency would be better off the bench, or you like him as the starter?
No, I think people have wildly mischaracterized his performance as the starting point guard. It's like a lot of people had never seen a shooting slump before, but I think he's right around 40% his last handful of games from three. And when you just look at how he operates, the passing, the low turnovers, the defense, he's arguably one of their best offensive rebounders. he has lived up to the production that you need out of that spot, both from a scorer and a facilitator. So I can understand people might say, hey, if he's not hitting a shot, like, let's see what Simons can do. But I think they are a better basketball team with him in that unit. And if you look at the net rating of the starters, it's pretty good, through the first 100 minutes. So I think people are wildly mischaracterizing, how successful he's been as a starter.
What about Derek White and his increased 3-point attempts? Is this him? Is this what the offense features? It's odd to me. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a number of factors, right? He has different responsibilities as an offensive creator. And I think what we're seeing is there are times where he can't really get by his guy. He doesn't really have that shot creation advantage. So what happens is he settles that for a contested three. It's kind of like the Tatum sidestep threes that nobody likes. It's like if he's not going to go by his guy, that's really the only shot that he's really going to be able to get off. Now, he's able to get into the paint off pick and roll, and that's why you see a lot of that in his minutes. But I just think you're seeing a guy that is going from catch and shoot threes to off the dribble three. And when you think of how this team is able to score outside of Jaylen Brown in the mid-range, it's like they don't really have a guy that can create his own shot. And I think you're seeing the efficiency and the shot profile difference, because now it's not like he's getting the ball in rotation because everyone was focused on the 2Js, and now he's able to attack the paint. Now he's got to play one-on-one offense against a much better defender, and you're seeing the results.
All right, we're joined by Dan Greenberg. You guys know him as StoolGreenie. Speaking of Jaylen Brown, you mentioned him. I saw you tweeting regarding the pick and roll, and so we'll get to that. Let's pause that one for a second. I've had an issue with Brown. It's not that he's not like a winner and all that. He's the guy we know, right? He's got the MVP and all that. Where I'm going with it is I thought he lost his composure at the end of a game, not getting a foul call, and then didn't even give his team a chance to get the shot off to win a game. I hate that he missed the free throw against the 76ers and then didn't box out. Like, I hate those things. I'm being critical because we know what Jaylen Brown can be, right? So that's been bothering me. But you mentioned these pick and roll numbers. Like, are they not using him in a pick and roll, or is it because they really don't have a big or somebody that can set up a pick and roll?
So it's interesting because he's by far their most efficient and productive pick and roll player. So I think you see a lot of that. You'll see Kada with the high screen to try to free him up and go downhill. But a lot of his offense right now is at the rim. I think he's shooting over 80% at the rim, and he leads the NBA in mid-range at 53%.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
For all the talk of threes that happens on this station, I just want to be clear. The Boston Celtics lead the NBA in mid-range shooting at nearly 15 a game. They've doubled their mid-range attempts from last year. For those who think all they do is shoot threes, I just find that a little interesting. They lead the NBA more than Kevin Durant, more than any of these high mid-range teams. The Boston Celtics lead the NBA. Just a little caveat. So I just think when it comes to the pick and roll, that's where they need to get Derek White going. That's where they need to get Simons really going, because he has not been as effective as he was as a trailblazer, which is a little odd. And they need other ways to score, because eventually mid-range numbers are going to come down to earth. You need to be able to generate efficient offense somewhere if you're not going to be, taking a ton of threes.
Interesting. All right. Well, StoolGreenie dropping knowledge. I hope Skaz and his Green Teamers podcast is taking that one in. So essentially they're shooting less threes, but they're scoring less. Is that what you're telling me?
So their three-point volume is down, and really what we've seen is in 9 of their 13 games, they've taken more twos than threes. Their offense has been struggling, but not because of the volume, mostly just because Derek White and Peyton Pritchard couldn't hit a jump shot for 7 straight games. So they've just changed and altered their approach to now fit their best player. Their best player's strength is in the paint and in the mid-range. So what they've substituted at the rim with guys like Tatum and Porzingis, they've just substituted for more paint and mid-range shots from Jaylen Brown, and he's been unbelievable. Like I said, he leads the league at 53%. It's unbelievable.
All right, Greeny, I know that the expectation is this year it's not a championship team, and They're seeing what they have with their future assets. What do they do with Sam Hauser? He's struggled. I know he hit a 3 to maybe see the ball go in the hoop and get going here, but is it almost around the league these shooters can struggle at times, maybe not play as much, but still hold value? Like I'm a little worried about Hauser and his mentality. I know and listen, I'm sure they'll play him, but I don't know. I always wonder about that contract. Could they trade him? All that stuff. What are your thoughts on what you're seeing from Hauser?
I mean, the first thing you should never do is worry about a lifetime 40% shooter. I mean, Sam Hauser did not forget.
It's not good, though.
Lose how to shoot.
Right now, it's not right, though. You have to admit that. He's not right.
I mean, I think he's like 5 for his last 30 or something close to that. And
I got you. Like you're spitting actual, truthful facts, so maybe I will calm down, but it just doesn't look right.
Well, here's the reality is when it comes to this roster right now and these lineups, we're seeing the defensive energy wings be more impactful than the floor spacing spot-up wing, which is in Hauser. You're seeing Walsh and Minot be way more effective at the 4 spot, especially because they're better rebounders. But remember, this roster is about Jason Tatum. And when Jason Tatum is on the floor, having a floor spacer and a weapon like Sam Hauser is extremely valuable. And you're only paying him, like $10 million a year? So he's someone where if you have an opportunity to package his money with higher salaried players to bring back a starter, you listen to it. Other than that, you need him for when Tatum is back because Tatum and Brown need that spacing.
All right. If one player is back next season for the Celtics, is it Josh Minot or Luka Garza?
Let's see. I think they both have guaranteed deals. I'm going to say Josh Minot, just because he's a little bit more versatile. You can play him at the 3. You can play him at the 4. He's high energy. He's young. And I think he just fits a position of need a little bit more to where I think they're either going to trade or spend money on Luka Garza's position, and that'll slide Kada down a spot. I just think you may have struck some real rotation minutes with a player like Minot, and I just think with the age of the rest of your core players, he's probably your best bet.
He's like 22. He's playing the 4. He's really a 2. I'm hoping him and Walsh could play at the same time. That was when you said something to me the other day. I was mad that he didn't play at all, really. And they went Walsh, but it wasn't that they went Walsh over him. They just didn't play him at all. That was my whole issue. I want to see if they can play together.
Yeah, it's really going to come down to can they shoot the ball, right? If teams don't have to respect their jumper, it's really hard for this offense to be effective with so many, non-floor spaces because you got to think either Garza or Kada is the center. So if 3 of your 5 guys can't really shoot the 3, that makes things tough. But I do think that they have been one of the bright spots of this entire early part of the season, which, if we're being honest, the Celtics are threading this needle perfectly because they're, if you're a tank side team, then you're 11th in the East and you're still in the lottery. If you're on the side where you want them to contend, they win 2 or 3 in a row, you're right back in the mix. So it's really remarkable for such an uncertain season. They've really been operating it almost flawlessly, which is crazy for a team that's under 500 to say, but it's true.
Yeah, I think they've been a little better than the 500. Well, they are better than they're just above.
They have the 3rd best point differential in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
It makes no sense.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they're 2 and 5 in clutch games this year.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, because they won the other night. So yeah, 2 and 5, which has been objectively a disaster. But really, those losses came down to 1 offensive rebound putback. So It's like they could easily be 5 and 2. It's truly a bizarre first quarter of the season if you think about it.
All right, so who should Celtics fans be eyeing around the league as a potential front court player for when they are competitive again?
This is the hardest question to answer because if you look at guys that make around, 20-ish million, the names aren't great. I think we're going to have to see some sort of unforeseen, like when we traded for Porzingis and not a soul on the planet was thinking of him as a name. it's going to have to be something like that because the free agent class this summer is kind of gross. If you look at guys to maybe move with Simons' contract, centers $22 million and under, kind of gross. So I don't even know where the option is coming from. It may have to be a draft pick. It may have to be next summer and not this upcoming offseason just because, you can only sign what the market has, and it's either aging bigs that don't fit your system or guys that aren't available that unless, something crazy happens like the Porzingis trade.
Would you ever bring Porzingis back next year?
Listen, everybody has a price. I would say the same thing for Rob Williams, too, who's entering the market. Everyone can join this team at a price. If he wants to play for, a taxpayer mid-level at $5 million, who am I to say no to that? But I certainly, can understand the hesitation. You would certainly need to add around him, but their options are going to be limited. I think people really should go and look at the names that could be available. He might, ironically, be your best option, which would be insane.
All right, hey, final thing for me. I don't know how locked in you are on this betting stuff that's been going on. It's quieted down since the Billups and Rozier stuff. But did you ever think there was shenanigans? Listen, I'm a guy who bets a lot, okay, and I obviously do post game on all the games. But when I heard Terry Rozier got in trouble maybe 6 months ago, I went back to the Eastern Conference Finals where he.
I was just going to say the only thing I'm curious about is why he never passed Jason Tatum the ball. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, but what do you think though? Obviously they're going to clamp down on it, but the NBA has had shenanigans for the last 30 years, and now it's starting to become a little bit more transparent, I'd say.
Yeah, and it's honestly just because you even can just look at what's happened to the Celtics this season and these, the Jalen Tripp call. Anything that makes you think, wait, is there one iota of this that could not be on the level? Ruins everything. That's it. You're done as a league. So it's just unfortunate where even in a situation like that most likely has nothing in that realm, the fact that we as fans can even conceive it, I think, is the overall problem. And I don't know how Adam Silver fixes it, because even if they drop the hammer on these guys, we as fans will always look at these plays and say, wait a minute, are you on the take? Is this on the level? And I don't know how they put that toothpaste back in the tube.
Interesting. And then I wanted to bring up another game last year. They were playing the Blazers. I took the Blazers +9. And the Celtics were up 8 with 4 seconds left, and they fouled just to put them at the line. Do you know who the coach of the Blazers was that day?
I believe it was Chauncey Billups, right?
Very smelly, Greeny.
I do love I'm backing you. You're usually pretty on the nose when you're starting to sense that little smelliness. It's usually, it's not nothing.
Oh, that one was smelly. The only one I would say that was kind of smelly this year, remember the Celtics game they won against the 76ers? They were 1.5 that night, -1.5. They won by 1. It was very smelly that night.
Well, you can think. So, do you think Quentin Grimes holding the ball in those last 3 seconds maybe a little smelly? Didn't even get a shot off.
No, you're right. You're very right about that. All right, so but you like watching the team still, even though your expectations are lowered.
Honestly, it's fascinating because, like we said, their metrics, if you look closer at their profile, they're one of the handful of teams that are top 10 in offense, defense, and net rating. I think they play hard every single night on every possession, and these games are competitive. We're just seeing them lose in ways that if anyone saw their roster over the summer, you knew they were going to lose. It is not surprising to me that Keita and Luka Garza and whoever the big men are giving up late-game offensive rebounds to lose when we all knew that they couldn't rebound. So in the meantime, the games are entertaining. It's frustrating when they play ways that we know that they shouldn't, but then you just have to take a step back and understand the bigger picture and realize that we're seeing a lot of positive things in this tryout year that will benefit you in years to come, hopefully.
All right, go follow him. He's Dan Greenberg, Barstool Sports, StoolGreenie on Twitter. It was great to catch up, Dan, and I always like to know where the vibe's at when it comes to you and the Celtics, and it sounds like you're in a happy place with the team.
Yeah, it's just a confusing place, really, because who likes to be 6 and 7 in 11th place? But also, they're playing pretty well, so you just have to take what you can get.
And I will allow the slander towards Boston Sports Radio and their basketball knowledge.
Listen, next time someone asks, just inform them. And next time it comes up, just ask them who leads the NBA in mid-range field goals and see what happens.
I might clip this sound and post it, and then you can send it out to all your Barstool followers, and I'll make sure that Mike Felger-Tony and Hardy and everybody here, Zoe, everyone, that they know that. I'm going to leave it here in the studio.
I just think it's a relevant point when talking about their style of play to mention that they've taken more 2s than 3s in 9 of 13 games, and they lead the NBA in mid-range.
Oh, real quick.
That's the play style.
You're right. I just wanted to say this. Bobby Manning, who works over at CLNS, he's interviewing A.J. DeBonta, and somehow DeBonta goes, yep, I'd fit in great with Tatum and Brown if I was drafted by the Celtics. Hey, is this like his pitch right now? I know he's not a big man, but he's a tall dude. I don't know if you ever met him. He's 6'9".
Listen, that may smell, but that smells good. We like that smell. That's the smell we want.
Breathe it in, man. All right, he's Barstool Greeny. Greeny, appreciate you, man. We'll catch up soon.
All right, Joe. Appreciate it.
You got it. Greeny's happy, everybody. Oh, I just hung up on somebody else besides Greeny. All right, the pizza's here. We'll talk about it next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
We got chicken and waffle. We got What did we have lined up for this time of night? I go to the old rundown. Let's see. Patriots have won 8 in a row. We did that. Oh, I'll save the Opta stats for after. But Drake May is doing something that's never been done in history. Did the Patriots play with their food? Well, I'm about to go play with some food. We did Vrabel to the Jets. Oh, the Bruins had their streak snapped, unfortunately. The defense on opening drives, I think we've covered that. Oh, this is supposed to be a Red Sox update. Is there anything going on? Nope. Okay. No Red Sox update. May I just say that our good friend Tim over at Burnt Edges Pizza at the Moose Lodge in Waltham has done it again. We ordered a chicken and waffle, the Pomergeddon, the pepperoni, and a buffalo. I did not do the buffalo because I don't love the green scallions, but it smells really good and it looks great. But I will tell you that intern River has never had the pizza. So we'll get his review on the Moose Hall and the pizza later on in the show. But I will tell you this. River has been a little extra energetic tonight. And there's a lot going on back there. There's 3 guys back there having conversations of their own. Oh, there's 4 guys. Oh, is Neil back there too? Oh, my God. Hey, Neil. You got to try this pizza. Can't eat it in the studio, though. Okay? For those wondering. But that used to be one of my favorite pastimes, was just eating while someone else spoke. That was... Just, go ahead. Yeah.
And work in the morning show, sneaking in a breakfast sandwich.
Back in the day. I don't know if you remember, but I did a review of the cafe downstairs.
Live.
He's right, live, yep. You didn't know that, Street Team Joe? Yeah, I did, yeah.
What was your rating? Street Team Joe wants to know.
I mean, it was a solid 8, like a solid 8. You know, maybe on a good day, it's like an 8-9. On a poor day, it's a solid 8. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese, a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant. And I think a couple of I can't remember what everybody got. It was good, though. Just for, because we're going to do the musings. I think I've turned a leaf from sausage to bacon. I love bacon. I love hanging bacon. I love bacon sprayed with all sorts of honey and syrup and whatever you want to put on it. I love it when it hangs upside down and drips. I love bacon. I love it cut. I love it thick. I like it crunchy. I like it soft. I love bacon. But I'm becoming a sausage guy. Whether it's a link patty, whether it's you know what's out right now, Skaz? Thanksgiving sausages at Dom's. So they basically put all the goodies that would be at a Thanksgiving dinner into a sausage. It's called the Thanksgiving sausage.
In on that.
Oh, maybe I'll bring some in. We'll air fry them up. You can eat those, right?
Should be able to.
What about rice? Can you eat white rice?
I can eat rice.
Okay, I'll bring the rice maker, and we have an air fryer here, and I'll make Thanksgiving sausages over rice. Anyways, the pizza was a 10. I am satisfied. They're now eating more of it. Make sure Neil gets some if he would like. Are you going to eat any, Skaz?
Probably no pizza for me. You know, dietary restrictions, unfortunately.
What'd you have tonight? He doesn't have. What did you eat tonight?
I had a turkey club.
Ooh. Any mayonnaise or anything?
A little mayo, a little bacon, yeah.
Ooh, bacon?
Oh, yeah, club. You got to.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you ate. All right, so I asked someone if they could find a certain type of story. Did we ever find one?
I'll give you an update on the other side because it's something.
Okay. Well, let's take a break. This hour of the Sports Hub has been brought to you by good friends over at Valvolinas and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NoWiganOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive through oil change at Valvolinas and Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I used to love the Micro Machines guy, if anybody remembers him. We got to go to break. I'm Joe Murray. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5. You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.5.
Stay warm. Book now. superservicetoday.com. I'm Joe Murray, and I love chicken and waffle pizza.
This is what happens when analysts take over the games, take over the sport.
This is where you talk sports.
It happens all the time.
The Sports Hub.
You want a random take? Murray's got all sorts on stuff in the world unrelated to sports. So sit back, relax, and get your mind in the game and listen to the words of a grown man complaining.
All right, Murray uses the air fryer. That was one of my big takeaways from watching the game last night on primetime. Tom, and I'm glad to know that the greatest of all time also uses it. And asked the team to put together a story. Because generally on the show, we like to talk about some of the stuff that might
slip through the cracks.
I almost was going to say that. I was going to say that may
get squeezed out
or be stinky. I asked for a poop story.
Demanded almost.
What do you got?
Well, Joe, if you'll divert your attention to Slack, Street Team Joe was put on the case. Watching him Google search for the poop story may have been more entertaining than the actual story itself.
Well, let's do it now. So he looked for it. Anything else out that was?
There was just... He would go to Twitter, type in poop story. He was going to Google, typing in poop story. Yes, GPT if they had any poop stories. I looked at his laptop at one point and it said poop drawings was another search he was looking at. So Street Team Joe certainly was on the case, and we stumbled upon this. That's a story from last week. The New York Post, always our friends, especially in this segment. Poop smears on the seat is the title. Delta reportedly apologized after passenger endures cross-country flight next to human biohazard. It was a real crappy landing is the first sentence in the article. A Delta passenger is raising a stink after sitting next to a foul-smelling passenger who reportedly soiled themselves during a 5.5-hour trip from Florida to L.A. They detailed their odoriferous flight in a post taking off on Reddit. In the smelly story, it was described as anything but smooth sailing. Joe?
Sailing, take me away.
There were literal poop smears on the seat and on him, the traveler recalled.
An older gentleman, I guess, boarded with airline assistance and no companion and got seated right next to the man. And the flyer realized he was SOL. Get it?
Sounds like he might have been covered in SOL, too. I don't know.
Sounds like the Post reached out to Delta and the passenger for comment. So, turns out, Skaz, the story, he had a mobility issue.
Oh, well, you don't want to hear that. You feel bad for the guy.
So, like...
You can't really take too many shots on that one.
You know, not for nothing, but I have sat next to people with mobility issues that soil themselves. It's happened to me before. And to quite frankly, you have to accept it. I took the bus a lot, MBTA, as a child, or when I was, living in Boston. And, I'll just share the story. Helped a woman on the bus.
A good Samaritan.
I was sitting up front. So, you got to come up the stair. You say hi to the bus driver. And it was an immediate sit. And helped her. I actually got up so she could have my seat. Let's just say the soiling began. The smelling happened. And she said out loud, "I'm really sorry that I soiled myself." And I said, "Oh, that's okay." I don't know why I said that's okay. I never soiled myself on the bus.
Not on the bus.
I've soiled myself.
In your own car, different story.
Yeah, I call that the case of the Hershey Highway, which in this case would be Washington Street to Beach Street in Roslindale.
Should be a plaque out there.
Yeah, right across from the Pleasant Cafe. This is the Hershey Highway that Joe Murray crapped his pants on. And just to share the story with everybody that doesn't remember it, I was backed up for 3 days. It was that hard poop that like won't come out. You know, like dehydration and just. And what happened was I actually had food at my friend's house.
Do you remember what it was?
I know exactly the order and everything that I have. I just don't want to say the kind. So I ate the food, and again, 3 days of no poop. You guys have ever not pooped for 3 days? How do you feel?
There's no way to translate the look Street Team Joe just gave you.
When you're backed up and constipated.
Apparently a man that's not backed up often.
Oh, you never been backed up?
Street Team Joe wants you to know that he has the opposite problem.
Wait, you've never been backed up? Oh, dude. It's not good. Like, imagine like...
no pun intended, but he's flowing like a river back here. I mean, it's...
Just imagine like a thick arrow that you need to just...
A thick arrow, Joe? Please elaborate on that.
It's hard to get that thing out when you're backed up. So you just don't back it up. You know, you just hold it in there. Well, again, okay, so what happened was I ate a food, and I was at my friend's house, and I go, dude, I think I have to go to the bathroom. And he goes, yeah, go upstairs. Well, his mom's room was next to the bathroom. I didn't want to...
You didn't want to blow it up?
This one, I had to respect the house. Trust me, I don't respect the other places. This one I had to respect. So I lived 5 minutes away. 5 minutes. And I said, all right, man, I'm going to go. I get in my car. You ever have the moments of talking to yourself trying to make it home?
No, absolutely.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about here.
Of course.
You're like rubbing your leg. You're like singing a song, trying to get your mind off it. You know?
Bouncing up and down, doing whatever you got to do.
So I'm flying down Belgrade Ave in Rossi, right? And there's a little hill that crosses over. I think it's Walcott. Anyways, I forget the name. Walgreen Street. And I'm waiting, and I'm trying to cross over to Washington Street to Beach Street. If anybody knows where it is, it's on a little hill, and the light's a little long. So the hill was like, you know, I'm gonna grind through this thing.
So Joe, you asked for a poop story, and then just ended up giving your own poop story, pretty much.
Yeah, but he said he's never been backed up before, and I just don't
have calls.
Do you mind?
Please.
Hey, River, you're going to do our headline, right, at 9? Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Just want to make sure he was, you know.
He's aware. He's already got the read and everything. He's good to go.
So do we go to an East Bridgewater poop story, a Derry, New Hampshire poop story, or a Scituate poop story?
I mean, Scituate feels like a place that you wouldn't get too many poop stories.
Well,
so maybe we travel there.
Rob, and you might have to pot him up because my call screen's a little backed up as well. Rob is in Scituate. Hi, Rob.
Joe, what's going on, buddy? I got nothing too gross for you. I just wanted to say, anybody who's ever been in the military absolutely knows about being backed up for about the first 3, 4, 5 days you're there. You don't poop.
Yep. Remember Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump? He was pooping.
Yeah, of course.
He was pooping a lot.
Yeah. A little different story, but yeah.
Did it ever happen where it hurt you, though?
Oh, yeah. After my 4th day at Fort Benning, Georgia, when it finally came out, it was like a softball. I mean,
it was lovely, right? Wasn't it like it was a pleasurable experience?
It was excellent. It was excellent.
Well, I'm glad I'm glad I related a story that you could relate to.
Yes. Well, yeah, you got many of them, Joe. I enjoy your show.
Hey, listen, I enjoy a good poop story. Did you ever defecate while in the service?
No, not in my pants, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not an animal.
What would happen if someone pooped their pants in the service?
Oh, I'm, sure it happened. You have a nickname for life.
Thank you. Let's go to James in East Bridgewater. Hello, James.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. So that little thick owl statement you just had, I think can relate to a lot of people.
Which one?
When you described your backed up poop as a thick arrow shooting through.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you understood it?
I completely got that, and it made sense to me. It's absolutely disgusting, but it made sense.
It's hard, though, right? Like, what do you do? Do you get preparation age? Like, what do you do?
No, it's a little build up. It turns into a softball, and then all of a sudden it becomes a thick arrow, like you said.
Yeah, it's a hardened crust.
Yes. No, I don't know about crust. I don't know about those issues. All right, so I have a little poop story for you.
Yeah.
I've never had the crust issue, Joe.
Yeah.
But so I had a sleepover with my two older cousins, all right, brothers. And you remember in the 90s, you used to go to McDonald's and you get like the king size cup, the signature cup.
Oh, yeah.
So you'd have like Shaq, you'd have the Dream Team.
Yeah.
So of course, we went there, we went back to the house, and the oldest cousin describes, let's make this a fart cup. So you'd have to fart in the cup.
Yeah, I've done it.
Cover it, and the next person had to cover up.
Correct.
All right, so I came around, and I was the youngest.
Oh, no.
My oldest cousin, just started to take a complete shit.
Oh, dummy up, Skaz, dummy up. We can't swear. Somehow, some way, though, the Dream Team McDonald's Cup was involved in the story, which is a staple of the show.
Joe, the most, I don't even call it shocking, but my favorite part of that call was when he was like, I farted in a cup. And without even picking your head up, Joe, you just went, me too, I've done it.
You ever fart in a cup?
I don't think so.
Oh, you fart in a cup, you put a lid on
I'm aware of the practice. I've seen the movie, I think, Jack with Robin Williams, where they're farting in the coffee can.
I've thrown up from it.
From the fart in a cup?
No, someone farts in a cup. They leave it there and incubate it, and then they open it up and you smell it, dude.
It's fermenting?
It is horrible. Was I just like, did I grow up with a bunch of animals?
Yes.
I felt like everyone from the city knew this stuff. No? But if you got a mason jar with a nice...
Some good suction.
Seal suction, exactly. All right, Jason's in Derry. Hi, Jason.
I got two things in regards to your backup, and then I have my story.
Okay.
But the first thing, on the backup, like after 3 days, you're like sitting down on the pot, and like basically it feels like you're trying to squat like an elephant, and like you're popping blood vessels in your eyes and you're growling. It's like you got to try to push your feet through the floor.
Yes.
And then on the other one, you think of it. You said it's going to get to a big arrow.
Yeah.
I envision it starts like a U, and you got to mold the U down to the arrow. It's like two rows instead of one.
Okay. It's
and
hard.
then my own story is I played football in college, and we had like practice, and so one day in the middle of practice, I ripped one. It wasn't like a little squirt or anything. It was like a full on dump. The hardworking team player I was, I finished the whole practice, but and then we came to running. I told my coach, I was like, hey, I dropped the dump in my pants. I go to shower. He let me do it, but I was a center too, and the quarterback had my dump all over his hands the rest of the day.
Why didn't the coach tell anybody?
Well, I told him I was kind of proud of it.
Yeah, I know you're proud of it, but the coach didn't do anything about it.
Well, he let me. I didn't tell anybody what happened. I just dealt with it, and then I used it as my get out of running card at the end of the practice.
Yeah. Okay. I've had the squirts when playing, but
I'd like to get the quarterback's perspective on that practice.
I've had to excuse myself before.
From a practice?
Yes.
The Tony Saragusa incident? What are we talking
You
here?
just let it out and you come back. But I don't...
It's a lot of equipment to get off.
No, I'm taking the actual pants and padding off.
You taking the cleats off, too?
Ooh.
A lot of click-clacking in that bathroom when you come walking down the hall.
If you got one of those floors, it's slippery.
And dangerous.
Yeah, and at my school, we couldn't wear cleats because we'd walk to the gym, so I'd go... Actually, I might have been barefoot.
No comment.
This is taking a turn. I did not... All I did was want you to find a poop story, and then here I am now. And I'm glad people relate to it. Ben is in Nashua. Hello, Ben.
Joe, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Two things. Instead of The Godfather, pimping ain't easy, it's pooping ain't easy. And bad idea.
Thank you. That's Ben with the bag, Joe. Just Ben with the bag. All right. Done with the poop stories? I think I'm done for the night. So River and I, while you were working the game the other night, Skaz, we came up with an idea. And there's a new TikTok trend that's a remix of...
Is this what you were trying to explain to me the other night?
Yes. And it's with Linda Perry from, what is the name of her band there? Four Non Blondes. With a remix with Nicki Minaj. And it's the, I said, hey, what's going on? And it's a remix of Bees in the Trap. Beep, 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 bees in the trap. So I was complaining about this TikTok trend the other night. I was complaining about it. But I said to River, I go, hey, I think we should just do me in the studio, the whole studio empty. And then when it goes to the Nicki Minaj part, I'll just do the rap, Bees in the Trap. We never got to it, but we discussed it. This morning, Kendra Middleton, the talent that she is, did the Linda Perry part. Who do you think did the Nicki Minaj part?
Would have to be none other than the Slippery T, Freddie T.
So I was expecting Fred to rap. Because that's the trend, right?
From Detroit? Yeah, why not?
So instead, his chair just comes in front of the mic, and he's just looking around. And it just ends. And I'm happy for them because they did it. But I just want you to know that River and I curated this idea.
Maybe you'll have to make your own version.
Well, I don't know if it's even worth it now. I don't like to recycle.
Well, you could do different songs.
No, this is a trending thing.
Well, then you got to make your own trend, Joe. Be a trend setter, not a trend follower.
Can you play the song? We can't play the Nicki Minaj part. It's a phenomenon. And we missed out on it, River. You can turn the mic on.
I don't think it's too late. It's still trending. You could just do your own spin on it.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Why not?
I'd like to do another song.
Okay, so do we have to just wait for the next song that's trending?
We can create our own.
Oh. What would you call it?
We're gonna work on that.
Okay. Maybe next time
before your internship is over.
Okay. Well, we've got plenty of times, during these games,
Okay. Do you have any poop stories?
Not really. No.
Any of your long rides from Springfield to here, have you ever had to make an emergency stop?
I can't honestly recall a time I've had to make an emergency stop. I can't.
What do you think of the bathrooms of Beasley Media Group?
Actually, I think they're quite clean.
Okay.
I find them to be quite clean, yeah.
Okay. Ben's in Worcester. Hello, Ben.
Boys, this is a tragic story about a football player that was my teammate in our center. We had a game on the line in high school. It was my senior year, and I was just a running back and like a defensive back. Our kicker went down with like a pulled groin, so we needed a kicker. And we were down by one, and we had to nail a field goal. It was like a 15-yard field goal to win the game. And unfortunately, I volunteered myself like I knew what I was doing, and I was terrible. And my center snapped the ball, and I sent it right into his boys. And as soon as it hit him in the old Nuggets, he filled his pants real quick.
So it was almost like a kick.
Yeah, I drilled him in the neighborhood, if you know what I mean.
And then
he filled his white pants. So not only did the poor man have to ride home on the bus, and we got a loss, but he had an ice pack on the old boys, and he had a pants full of mud.
That is
talk about a cause and effect.
Yes.
Have a good night, fellas.
Thank you. Oh, man.
You think that's a story where he says his friend, but maybe it was him?
I mean, I snapped footballs, even for kicking.
You never got one sent back at you?
No, but they definitely the gas slips out a little bit. Like you might just get a whoa. Where'd that come from?
Like an older gentleman kind of loses his control at a certain age.
But I think the perspiration is bubbly.
You can see a Street Team Joe laughing in the background.
Yeah. Nick's in Boston. Hello, Nick.
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey.
How's it going? So, yeah, one time I was with my girlfriend. I always do the little cup of fat in your hand and throw it up to their face.
Oh, yeah.
So, one time I went to do that, and I ended up shitting myself.
Oh, come on, man. All right. That's it.
Just let it fly. That's why we can't let him get too comfortable, Joe. They just let it fly.
Okay. I
Can't be having that on the airwaves.
I have questions. Do I want to know, Skaz? We used to call it the torch flame, is what we would call it.
I'm sorry?
Yes, we had a name for it. It's the torch flame, and I know it's the same thing, but that's the point: is that it's going in one hand and passing the torch. So
It sounds like he was passing more than the torch.
that's what I'm curious about. And then how do you? Oh no. Okay, we can't do this anymore.
You know what I've learned in my short time here with the Joe Show? I know this is sports talk radio, but really, anything flies on the Joe Show. Almost anything.
Anything goes.
Anything goes on the Joe Show. It's one thing I learned very quickly.
All right, Skaz, let's take a break. Oh, is there anything else that we had? I think we covered everything.
I think we're good for birthdays today.
I think we're good. Let's go to break. I'm Joe Murray, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
More Joe Murray coming up on the Sports Hub.
Apex Entertainment in Marlboro is 100,000 square feet of pure fun. This is New England kicker Andy Borgalis, and this season, with every field goal I kick, Apex will be donating $100 to support autism education and research at the New England Center for Children. Check out Apex on social media or go to apexentertainment.com.
Be sure to tune in to 3 Up, 3 Down with Greg Bedard, presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey every Tuesday during Felger and Maz. And enjoy the game with the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time...
Everybody knows Joe.
Just keeps getting better.
Joe Murray on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
I usually just take that until he says Joe is on the microphone, and then I take it over. River Mitchell is here. He is an intern from Springfield College. Drives here from Springfield, and he's insane.
I am. I'm partially insane. That is actually true.
But I will say, you do a good job, and you show up every time.
Thank you. That's you know.
So
that's who I am.
The best ability is availability. And on Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays, you're here. So we sent River Mitchell, who's never really been here before. He's from Vermont. He's from that town that's, I guess, to the left of Burlington. Or if I'm staring at the hill, if I'm looking at the water, you live to the left.
Pretty much, yeah. I live. Well, it would be south of Burlington by like 15 minutes.
What's the name of the town again?
Shelburne.
Shelburne,
Vermont, baby.
If you've been to Burlington,
it's right there.
I'm sure you know where it is. So we sent River to pick up the pizza today. The pizza is at a place called Burnt Edges, but that's where they have their oven. It's inside the Moose Hall. So Moose Hall, it's much different than like a VFW, or it's similar, but it's a Moose Hall with a moose. Did you see the moose head?
I did. It was one of the first things I saw when I walked in. Yeah, the giant moose head.
So tell us about your experience leaving the parking lot and going to the Moose Lodge.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, pretty normal. I mean, hopped in the car, drove out of the garage, took a few turns. I will mention that I drove, and the first time I drove right by it.
Oh,
because it is a hole in the wall, to say the least. Yeah,
it's deep.
I didn't see any signs for this place. The GPS was telling me to turn, but I continued to drive by because I didn't see anything that even looked like a restaurant.
You have to. It's kind of like the Moose Hall is something you got to know.
Yeah,
it's not like an advertised, feature.
It's definitely not advertised at all. But I finally find the place, and I walk in.
Was there a guy smoking outside when you walked in?
I think there was some woman smoking outside.
Okay, so there we go.
Smoking a cigarette. Yeah,
wouldn't be that place if somebody wasn't smoking a cig.
Yes. So, anyways, I pull into the parking lot, which is it was tight. Found actually a pretty good spot right out front. Walked in, and there was some very kind lady there who asked me if I was picking up some pizza. I told her I was. I told her I was picking up some pizza for Joe Murray. And, so I ended up just, walking in, and immediately I was like, it was certainly an interesting place, to say the least. I told you this earlier, but the second youngest person in that room was probably at least 20 years older than I am. It was all the geezers were out tonight, that's for sure.
The blue hairs.
No, all the blue hairs. Not all of them are blue hairs, but you could tell, like, these guys, like, they're in their, like, 40s, 50s, 60s. That's why I'm saying, like, they were all at least 20 years older.
Did they check your ID?
No.
Okay.
No, they didn't even check my ID.
I was just curious.
No, it was just like...
And then did you meet Tim?
I did, yes. Right.
What did he say?
Right as I was leaving. It was pretty brief. Some lady, she handed me the pizza. I gave her some money. And, I was just mentioning that it was my first time trying bar pizza. And he was like, oh, awesome. He was like, I hope you enjoy it. And I'm like, oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Well,
I'm glad like a nice guy.
I'm glad we sent you.
Yeah.
That was an experience, right?
Yeah, so I got to get further into it. So I walk into this place, and I'm just like, if I was like 40 or 50 years old, I was like, this is where I would be on a Friday night. You got the shuffleboard, you got the pool tables, which weren't being used for some reason, but you got the bar, the drinks, everything. I was like, oh, this seems like a good vibe. If I was 40 or 50 years old, I'd probably really enjoy this place. But it seemed like a good vibe. And so, the lady who brought me in, or met me at the front door, she told me to wait over by the far side, right, like near the entrance to the kitchen area.
Yes.
And I was just sitting there.
There's another side over there.
Yeah, no,
unused.
Neither of the other two sides were being used. Only that middle room was being used. So I walk into this place, and I see there's this one dude. He's probably, he looked like he was pretty old. He's 70s or 80s. He's sitting down. He's kind of hunched over, and he's eating this bowl of, like, it looks like ramen noodles. And so some dude looks at him. He's like, hey, man, what you eating? And then the lady who let me in, she also, I think it was the same lady. It might not have been, but I'm pretty sure it was the same lady. She kind of looked at him, and she walked over to him. She's like, what do you eat? She's like, are you eating my husband's dinner? And he just kind of looked at her, and he was, sort of confused. And she ripped him a new one.
So a guy at the bar, saw food that wasn't his and started eating it.
Yeah, he saw food that wasn't his.
Out.
Hard out. Inconsiderate.
This has happened to me on remote before.
That's happened to you before?
Doing a live broadcast.
In this fridge over here?
No, live broadcast out at an event.
Oh, no way.
Food to the table that's been eaten by the audience.
Yeah. That's just awful. But she rightfully so, she ripped him a new one. She was like, just because you just see this food doesn't mean you can take it. And then he was kind of grumbling under his mouth like, I'll pay for it. And she was like, no, like you're eating my husband's dinner. Like, give that to me.
The age had impacted his thought process?
I mean, probably. I mean, he looked pretty out of it. He was, pretty rough.
That's probably why he's at the Moose Hall.
Yeah, well, probably that's one thing that stood out to me. And this is the point I texted Skaz, and I told him, I was like, still waiting for the pizza. Very interesting place.
Yeah, it's very,
to say the least.
That's why we sent you.
Yeah, so it was certainly an interesting experience. And then I started talking with this other dude. He was wearing I don't know his name, but he was wearing like a neon green hoodie and like a red hat or whatever. And I was chatting up with him. I was telling, somehow it came up that I was, I interned for 98.5 The Sports Hub, and he's like, "Oh, Joe Murray," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's who I interned for." Yeah, Joe Murray's. Oh my God, I love Joe Murray. I love when he talks about food and all this and that. So I met a big fan of yours.
Fan that loves food.
Fan that loves food, yes. And he had the whole like the Boston accent, like the ARs turned into Oz or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's a real dialect.
No, I know. Yeah, my grandmother has a Boston accent, so I know this.
Tell us what did you think of the chicken and waffle pizza?
You know what? Can I be honest here for a second? Personally, for me, it wasn't my absolute favorite. I could maybe see why people like it. It wasn't.
Well, I'm asking
my
you about
favorite.
each pizza.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
okay.
The chicken and waffle was fine.
To me, the chicken and waffle was the best of the night. Really? I don't know why. Maybe it just hit the spot. What did you think of the traditional pepperoni?
I thought that was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Pepperoni pizza is far from my favorite type of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But that was really good pepperoni pizza. Okay. Like the pepperoni on there was excellent. You can always tell when it's going to be good because it curls up into these little cups and all the grease just kind of sits there and you eat it. It was great. Mm-hmm. And then the other two pieces as well.
One was the Parmesan.
Yeah, with the ricotta. Is that what that was on top? Parmageddon. Okay, but that one was also phenomenal. And I thought the buffalo chicken was also really good.
We got the buffalo for you.
Yes, I appreciate that. I thought that was excellent. Yes.
Okay.
It was weird. I don't know. I thought I was gonna like the chicken and waffle pizza more than I did, but I don't know.
It's okay, but it's different. You never had pizza like that.
No, it was just different. Yeah. It was just different.
Was it a good experience for you?
Yeah.
Are you gonna remember it forever?
I mean, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Just because of this, Okay. If I forget that, then something bad's happened. I've probably lost my memory or something happened.
Okay. Well, do you think you can remember the headlines?
I think considering they're right in front of me, I think I can certainly remember the headlines.
It's River Mitchell. He's going to get you caught up in headlines right now.
Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
Patriots beat the New York Jets last night 27-14 to extend their win streak now up to, I believe it's 8 games, and they improve to 9-2 on the season. Travion Henderson had 3 total touchdowns with
and Maz are just his pregame.
They've been getting wholesale deals for years.
It's Joe Murray on the Sports Hall.
All right, back here on 98.5, the Sports Hub. I just want to let everyone know right now that River just did our update, and Street Team Joe is running the board right now, who just took us back from break. So, like, this to me is like, I'm a proud daddy. Skaz back there looking everybody over. This is something. And I just got this tweet that was like, who has a better coaching tree? The Night Show, Joe Murray Show tree, or the Bill Belichick coaching tree? Gonna have to work on that one. River is electric, someone wrote. River is electric. All right. No, I just like how people love River. I will be doing a card show tomorrow. I will be at if you guys know where the Scoreboard Sports Bar and Grill is, at the Crown Plaza in Woburn. I'll be set up there all day, 8 to 2 tomorrow. I got slabs and cads, kid. So I got a table. I'll be at table 20. You come by, see us. I'll be with my buddy Matt from Authentic Sports Group. So we'll be hanging out with cads. So we'll be there. I don't have to work on Sunday. It's the first Sunday I have not worked in a very long time, and I'm very happy about that. What do I do? Man, that pizza was good, huh, Joe? Have you used the mic yet back there while you've been on the...
That pizza was fantastic.
There you go. See, this is what you got to get used to. I know you're worried about the buttons. Now shut your mic off. There you go. Get used to that. Get a little... Yeah, see, like a little talk and then shut it right off. Because, you know, we get vacuum people in there. We get, you don't want to do the old in your hand thing, you know? All right. Sarko has got a bar. All right, so Joe got kicked out of a bar the other night. And Sarko has a similar story. Hey, Sarko.
Yes. What's up, Joe? What's up, Skaz? I want to say what's up to Street Team Joe over there in River. You know my man River too, man. So listen, the story is this happened like in 2001, 2022, roughly around there. So we find out that Cypress Hill was like performing over at the House of Blues, and it was kind of late. So we're like, hey, let's head over there anyways. Maybe we could get in. So we get over on Lansdowne, and it's like packed. Pretty much the whole club is getting out. And I told one of my buddies, I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to go in there, man. It's done. He's like, nah, I'm going in. So he goes in. Somehow, some way he gets in. All of a sudden, I see him like 5 minutes later, he comes out. Ripped T-shirt.